Hello and welcome everyone to Speakeasy Unfiltered episode 8.
The first time.
Today I'm joined by my friends and co-hosts, Friend Zenny, Raining Death 909, and myself, Harper_1. Thank you all for joining.
So back. There you go. Yeah, where I left off talking about New York real quick for the
where we
subway.
left off.
Yes, exactly. Most of my trip, we took the subway everywhere. Everything was good. Like, we were able to get wherever we wanted pretty damn easily. Subway took you everywhere. It was great. The only one time it got a bit sketchy, it was when we took the express line from Manhattan, like, straight north. It did not make any stops for like 20 different stations. And it was the most packed car that I'd been on in the entire subway.
How long was that ride?
It was
I'm imagining a station in minutes, at least 20 minutes minimum.
It was about 20 minutes. Yeah, we went up pretty far north. We were like in the middle of Central Park by the time it was done.
And the entirety of New York isn't far.
Yeah, well, but
Apparently it is when you're walking, but
oh, it is when you're walking.
I was about to say, I walked around New York.
Oh yeah, I forgot you went.
Yeah, I've been to New York. I've been to
Yeah.
Central Park.
Yeah.
I've been to Times Square.
Gross.
Great. I enjoyed my time there.
It was cool back in the day. I've heard New York is pretty scary these days,
I don't know.
post-COVID.
Hmm.
They made some law where you don't get properly arrested if you don't steal over $1,000. And I have not heard a single good thing about New York since then.
I'm not sure about that one personally, but yeah. So everything was going cool, except we weren't supposed to be on that subway.
Oh.
You ain't look like you from around here, boy.
Everybody's from around New York, shit.
Nah.
But anyways,
Yeah.
so yeah, more people got on the line, and just me sitting here, my parents sitting on the side, and like these four black guys come in. They're just like squatting down in front of us, and they're literally talking about how, oh yeah, but that subway there, the cameras are out there. It's a great place to, like, literally talking about like the security of the subways and where's the best place to rob people and do trades and shit, and just like
It's the meta.
yeah. And I'm like, that was the only time in my entire time in New York I ever felt fucking sketch. Even walking to New York in the middle of the night, I didn't feel worried too much. But yeah, that time I was like, Jesus Christ. These people just openly talking about it right here. About, subways and their lack of cameras and their
This
best place to
goes
commit
back
crimes.
to when I was at the con. And
The recent one?
Yeah, the recent one in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And like our fucking shuttle for our hotel would just not show up.
Ooh.
Like we could not fucking find our shuttle, but a shuttle
Odd.
for like the adjacent hotel showed up. And like Kuro was being all like, "Oh, we were Zenny, hop on this shuttle."
He's not wrong.
So we
Okay.
did. We got there. We got out, and we started walking to our hotel. And the bus driver started being like, you got it. Yeah, you can't do that." And I was like, "All right, everyone, keep walking."
Right?
Right?
And then all of them stopped and went back to get yelled at by the guy. And I was like,
Why
"Oh
would
my
they stop?
God."
No.
We learned this trick
And
in
they were like-
grade school,
So
bro.
afterwards, they were trying to be like, "Well, we didn't want to get in trouble." And I was like, "This is Chicago at a convention. Are they gonna arrest every single person and try to figure out which people need the $20 fine for riding the what?" And then he extorted everyone for like $5 each or something like that.
Are
Really?
you fucking kidding me?
Oh no, yeah, that dude
I would
made
have told him
like,
to go fuck himself.
that dude
Right?
made like 45 or $50.
Right. Well, you're like, bro, this shuttle, because it was a convention
Also,
shuttle,
the convention
right?
is paying for the shuttle.
Right?
No, the hotel is paying for the shuttle. It wasn't the convention hotel. It was like one that was kind of like a street over or something.
I thought you guys had a good spot. I thought you had the prime hotel.
We did the next day.
Oh, this is the day early thing.
The first night we had to
Yeah.
stay in the hotel that was like across the street.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Well, still though, you were
And the
staying.
other people stay in that hotel the rest of the time. Me, Kuro, and the visual novel guy went to the actual con room.
Well, that's what I thought.
Right.
But yeah, so you were staying at a different hotel, and then their shuttle that runs automatically just wasn't coming. I guess you were saying.
Yeah, it just didn't fucking show up.
Where did you ask the front desk and like they were like, yeah, it comes by at these times or
What do
whatever.
you mean front desk? We were in an airport.
Oh, sometimes you have to call the hotel
Yeah,
for them to
that is-
I
send
checked
it.
the website and it was like a shuttle arrived, and we walked down the entire row of shuttles and it wasn't there.
Hmm.
Oof. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
pretty bad.
You got to call them, and sometimes the
And
guy
then
will
we
be
stood in the
jerking off in
cold
a
for
fucking.
so long, and it
Yeah.
was literally like freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
No.
was there snow? I don't know.
you were there. We were.
I mean,
Well, I don't
yeah.
remember. It's
So
been
yeah,
a
it's
while.
definitely a thing I've had to do. Call the hotel and be like, "Yo, I'm here."
Yeah, a
You
lot
need
of
to
times
pick
they
up."
don't run unless you call, unless like it's a hotel that just runs the shuttle
usually
all
just kinda
day.
Yeah, I mean, like the bigger ones, they'll always
The
have
ones in
shuttles running.
Chicago,
But
because they're the main like expensive hotels.
Right. I wonder how that's going to work in Japan because there's no shuttles. I don't think.
there's public transit.
Yeah, there's public transit, but that means walking.
That does mean
That's
walking.
fine.
Sir, I have
As long
money.
as we
I have
have a
money in
car.
Lyft and Uber.
The
You want to go
worst
to
thing-
Akihabara, you're gonna be a 15-minute walk.
The worst thing is when you're standing around
drive.
and you don't know if the shuttle's going to show up,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
or if you're in the wrong place, or just anything like that.
Or if you don't know if the
If you just
shuttle
know,
that just
like,
left
I
was
need
yours.
to walk to this place, it's like, okay, I'll tighten my scarf, I'll turn around and walk backwards against the wind. I know where I'm going. It's fine.
Yeah. Yep. Traveling is always one of those nervous things. The first time, at least. Going to new cities and whatnot. Not knowing the lay of the land. I don't know. You feel you know Chicago a bit better?
No.
I know Rosemont a bit better,
There you
which is where the airport is.
go.
Also, where the convention center is and
Yeah,
where
it's
a
all
good bit of
there.
stuff is.
I mean, I drove around a bit the first time.
Mm.
Whenever I drove all the way up to Chicago
Right.
in my new car.
You learned from that experience.
Yeah, I mean, driving in Chicago was actually pretty easy. Like,
Hmm.
I'm sure you could drive to the middle of Chicago and then wish you hadn't, but like around the airport and all those areas, it was just fine. It was
I
like,
didn't have a problem when I drove around.
yeah, it
whenever.
was easy.
Yeah. Yeah, traffic wasn't
like-
too terrible.
If you go anywhere in New York, it's like scary. It's like, why do people drive here?
That's why I didn't
Yeah.
Why does
bother.
everyone not
It's
walk?
literally faster to walk and bike or anything
Yeah.
else.
The subway. That's the fastest way to get around anywhere.
Even we took like a taxi to our hotel the time me and my family visited New York, and like we were scared.
Yeah. Yeah, same. I got
Like the taxi driver was honking at people as he swerved past us. It was insane.
Yeah.
Hey, get out of here! You in the way?
Like it's a different game there.
Mm-hmm.
well, yeah, we played it. It's called GTA 4.
I think driving in around the Chicago airport was easier than driving in Dallas.
Mm. I
Interesting.
could see that. Because, I mean, definitely didn't feel like whenever we were there in Chicago that it was too terribly busy.
Rosemont.
Yeah.
Well, Rosemont's a like suburb of Chicago.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean like I had homeless people yell at me when I was like, I live in Dallas now, and they're like, this is my kid.
Interesting.
Right?
Oh yeah, because I think I was talking on the phone to someone outside like a 7-Eleven or something. I was like, yeah, now that I live in Dallas, and some like guy that was just standing outside the 7-Eleven being suspect was like, this ain't Dallas, this is McKinney.
You're right. So I just because I'm here doesn't mean I can't live in Dallas. I'm just
I
visiting.
just walked in the store. I was like, I ain't talking to you.
Well, no. But it's funny. Like that's the response from the guy. Like you could just be living in Dallas. He doesn't fucking know.
Right?
He don't know
he
you.
knows his McKinney.
Apparently.
Right.
Watch it be. It's not even McKinney.
It was.
Dude's in like Plano or something. It's McKinney.
Alan.
Alan. What was I gonna say?
That was like
next to?
right after I moved here.
Mm.
Well,
So I was like, this entire area is Dallas.
Right. Yeah, we took
This would be Dallas to me still.
yeah.
everything's Dallas.
Everything's ass. Everything's DFW.
Dallas
Yeah,
Fort Wayne.
now I get away by just calling it DFW
Mm-hmm.
because no one can contest that.
Exactly. That's what I always do. I don't know who's out there contesting whether you live in Dallas.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy was upset.
I don't know.
His
Yeah,
life didn't seem that great. He just had a lot of reasons to be angry, I guess.
So
I mean, I always call it Dallas, also for not doxing ourselves, but also just because if people need to teleport here, you fly into the fucking DFW International, and I pick your ass up.
or love.
I have, out of all
There
the
we
flights,
go.
I've never gone to Love.
You're gonna pay
and
my
nobody's
tolls?
ever flied in. What?
You're gonna
Gotta
pay
find-
my private company tolls to access the public airport.
You're $3. I
Right.
think it's like $3.
Fucking ridiculous.
Isn't it like $5? But it can be less if you're fast. But it's bullshit because you can actually be fast and then they still charge. you.
So that's the theory. Supposedly it's free if you can be fast, but
Bullshit.
Yeah, supposedly. That's what people told me. I was like, bullshit. That's the same thing you said.
Either I
It's
picked you
$3.
up that fast before, or you picked
No.
me up that fast
Neither.
before.
Neither has happened.
Not
Always got
no.
charged. Always
There was
been
one time
charged.
we fucking no, not for free. I mean, I
Yeah,
picked
yeah.
you up that fast, and we still had to pay. And I was like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's $3, 3 something, I think. But yeah,
It's bullshit.
you always have to pay.
I mean, the only reason I ever go to Lowe's is because my folks fly in there.
I didn't have
That's
to pay
weird.
a toll to go to the
It's
Chicago
cheaper than
airport.
flying into DFW.
Yeah, you don't have to pay tolls for most airports. There are some.
You do for DFW.
Yeah, but you do for DFW.
Like, that's a
A lot of
fucking
things are
racket.
fucked up around here.
Yeah.
It's a way to make money. This is,
It's a problem when you let too much of your infrastructure be privately owned.
you're right.
But I will
Or
say,
publicly owned, and then they sell it to private industry.
I will say the positive. There's no problems with those roads. The toll roads are some of the best roads.
The toll roads are pretty good.
Yeah, they are.
So like,
If you don't mind
Like,
paying
yeah.
like $3 per mile or whatever.
listen. Well, also I paid to go like 100 plus. If I'm paying for the fucking road, I'm gonna use it how I damn well please.
I usually go around 80.
I go I go 80 everywhere, so I go at least like 100 on the tolls because they're good roads, and I can. At least until you get to Irving, where everything's messed up.
Yeah, the speed trap.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man who's wrecked like 4 cars.
No, I've only wrecked
3.
2. Well,
Three?
3. Yeah, I've only wrecked 3.
I was about to
3
say, you've
cars.
lost like 3 in the time I've been here.
Jeez.
Have I? No, I've only lost 2.
Whenever I showed up, at the very least, you had lost one right before I showed up.
Yeah.
'Cause you were like, this is my new car.
Yeah. 1.
I rear-ended someone with the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2. I mean, that one wasn't really wrecked though. No, I mean I totaled the fucking Genesis, the first one.
hmm
That one was fun. But again, I still maintain I rear-ended a lady at a green light when she was stopped in the middle of the intersection.
I don't. Yeah, but I just, if there's a green light and someone stopped there, I just kind of don't hit them.
Right?
Nah,
it's your responsibility as the.
I'm just
as the
saying,
driver
to me, it's
behind
the
it.
Listen, she learned a
It's the Nick
lesson that
argument
day.
To me, you and Nick are the same. Y'all both talk about being the best drivers ever,
Mhm.
but he's just retarded and you wreck constantly. So it's like
I mean, I don't wreck constantly.
I
drive for
0
multiple
cars in
years.
the same amount of time as you.
I've also crashed 0 cars.
That's cool.
It's you leave a distance between you and the person in front of you.
Well, yeah, I left the distance after hitting her.
What does that mean?
Well, I hit her and she moved.
And then you backed up?
No, she moved. Hell
She moved
no.
forward.
The transmission was destroyed, apparently.
Hmm.
I went to go put it in park, and it didn't park very hard.
Hmm.
I was like, that's neat. That's a new feature.
Yeah, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt on the most recent one.
What most recent one?
The one where you got rear-ended.
Well, yeah, I got rear-ended.
Yeah, but if you were following too close behind the guy in front of you, then that could have caused you to hit the brakes too hard. But I'm just assuming that that's not what
I
happened.
probably did anyway, but it doesn't matter. I got hit, so it's not my fault. Welcome to how the rules work.
That is how that works in Texas.
Yeah, you're the best driver.
No, it was it's the Fort Worth intersection where all the roads go into one in Fort Worth, and then everyone's trying to get off. And there's
I
not
mean,
enough
that sounds
space.
pretty fucked.
Yeah, there's not enough space for you to get on and get
In
off.
my head, I kept imagining the way more minor, but I kept imagining that spot by Firewheel where everyone wrecks all the time.
Yeah, the same problem where you have to get on and get off to get onto the PGBT or whatever.
Yeah, where it's like
Yeah.
it's like there's that fucking exit where no matter what time of day it is, no matter how many cars are around when you get there, someone will show up, they'll get in front of you, and they'll go 20 on the exit.
Yes.
And then you need to merge into traffic that's going 50.
Yep.
Immediately too, because you have no
Always.
space.
Yeah, because you have less than a quarter mile to merge.
Bro, I swear it's less than like 100, 200 feet. Like where
It's more than 100 feet.
I'd
I
say,
know,
I'd say
but
2 to
still.
300, but still not a lot.
not
it's
enough
not
in
a lot.
cars going
No.
what's supposed to be 50.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, and I've seen a lot of wrecks there. It's kind of like that, but not as bad. It's
I've
a little
scaled
longer.
back a little bit to where I say I shouldn't come out of the exit at 50 because the exit's so short. I need to actually have time to plan. But leaving it at 20 is definitely bad.
Yeah.
I need to leave it at like 35 to 45.
No. You got to go 90. So when by the time you hit the exit, your
By the
your
time you know
centrifugal
you're out of the
force
exit,
is
you're already
throwing
reaching
you
the
all
next
the way to
exit.
the other side, and you just turn on your blinker and go.
I try
You use
not
it as
to
a
like
slingshot.
everybody.
You use that bitch like a slingshot, and that's how you get through.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
how you
secret.
that's how you took that exit when you took me out on my birthday, and I was like, this is the last time I'm letting David drive me anywhere.
Yeah, it was the fun way.
Mm.
Everyone always requests it. I just
didn't. It
It
abide.
is fun.
You didn't, but everyone else does.
Yeah. Just gun it, man.
Yeah.
I've got SUV tires. It can handle it
Yeah.
until it can't.
Yeah, it shouldn't flip over.
I
I
need to
think.
get some
It can't
fancy
flip,
tires
but
at some
it
point.
does fishtail once.
Hmm.
When I was taking a turn way too tight, way too quickly, and I
Which cat's
fucking was
playing with
setting
the
up
blanket
straight.
over there. Is that Rhea?
Yeah, it's Rhea because the fat cat's still over there.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was a cat playing with the thing.
Oh no, definitely for like the past 2 minutes or something.
Yeah, I thought it was the AC kicking on, but then I like see it moving, and I'm like, oh, I don't think it was a cat.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. As long as she doesn't climb up it.
Yeah. Speaking of it into existence.
Cat doing cat things. Yeah, it's just cat stuff, though. Who am I to disagree?
Yeah.
Cats.
So yeah,
So we ready to talk about more Orange Man problems?
I suppose so.
I have issues talking about this
Why?
because even after he won the election
Mm-hmm.
and I did not vote for him,
Right.
I've still maintained my centrist position.
What do you?
I feel like it's the wrong person doing the right thing suboptimally. Because just because the guy didn't vote for one, I'm not going to pretend I didn't spend the last several years saying that we need to fire a bunch of people and cut all our government programs. I was just hoping it would be a Democrat that would do it because that would change some of the programs getting cut.
So that's kind of my stance when me and him talk about it, except for the part where it's going too wrong. Like it's not targeted firing; it's just blanket mass firing for essentially no
we're gonna
reason.
fire half because
That's kind of what I would have done.
so
It's
it's,
like
so it's what's called rage. Retire all government employees.
Is that the terminology that
that is
somebody
the-
came
that
up
I
is
with?
think
their term.
sometimes you just have to reset.
You can't just
100%.
reset the U.S. government.
Well,
We
it's
do
gonna
find
happen
out.
whether you like it or not.
I know, and it's a problem.
Nah, we'll see.
It's not going to work. It's going to lead to the deaths of tens of thousands of people, millions maybe,
The
from
death.
just starvation. Yeah,
What, is
because
this like Medicaid?
well, no,
Yes.
well, yes, Medicaid, Medicare are getting cut because so Medicaid is getting cut.
I heard Medicaid getting cut was a myth.
No, it's in their budget. The budget right now in the House is to cut. They want to cut $888 billion from Medicaid, which is most of it. They're going to cut 20% from SNAP. They're going to raise the debt limit by $4 trillion. They're going
Pseudo
to
apt snap bad,
they're going to give tax cuts to the billionaires, of course, because that's who they work for.
obviously.
They're going to increase the budget for the Defense Department and the DOJ, while also cutting the Department of Education, the CFPB, and a billion other things. So yeah, they're
My hope, my expectation is that shit's about to get really bad,
yes,
but we might come out with less debt.
no. How they literally are raising the debt ceiling, Jerry. We can't come
Right.
out with less debt when they raise the
How
ceiling
can we cut all these government programs and then spend more
because
money?
we're giving tax cuts to billionaires, and we need them. How else are we going to get revenue if we cut their taxes?
By spending less?
Well, we get it from you and me
How?
and everyone else.
They're not spending less when they're raising budgets on DOD and DOJ and everything else that they want.
Are they? I thought we were just about
No,
to
they're
audit the fucking Defense Department.
Bullshit. Even if we do, it's not,
Fucking Big Balls and his bros just showed up at the Pentagon like
they
yesterday.
ain't gonna do shit.
We'll see.
They ain't gonna do shit. They're gonna find a couple little programs here and there, maybe cut $1 billion, and I'll give them $1 billion, maybe a couple more.
I do
Chump
find it
change.
hard to believe we're going to cut too much from the military, but there's definitely got to be
But again,
some cuts.
doesn't matter
There's gotta be
whether
a lot
it
of
doesn't matter
cuts.
whether they find cuts. They're raising the budget for the Defense Department anyways in this bill, so it doesn't matter what they cut. They're still getting more money. They're getting more money,
It matters if they cut more than the money they're getting.
and they're not gonna. And also, it
Probably
still doesn't
not.
matter because they're cutting
it
they cut it
does.
today. It still doesn't matter because they're still getting more money in the next budget. So they're still getting more money.
Yeah, but if
overall.
they get cut more than what's coming, then it's still a cut.
You're not understanding. If they were allocated $865 billion and they somehow cut, I don't know, $10 billion from it. So yes, so they've cut down their expenditures to $855 billion.
I don't think you're understanding my.
I know what
literal
he's
words.
saying because government programs will always attempt to spend whatever they're allocated.
They have to.
Right.
Because if
They
they
lose
don't,
it.
then they get cuts.
Right. But the point I was trying to make is if they cut, so you're going to say something that's completely wrong. So let me correct you before you even get going there. I'm saying if they cut like 200 billion and then they raise the amount to by 100 billion.
No.
That's what I'm saying. So you understand where I'm coming
So their
from.
budget right now for this past year, I think, was $865 billion. They're going to raise their budget to $900 and something billion.
Right.
Who proposed that bill, and is it going to pass?
Republicans
I heard
of the
that
House,
we're about to
and most
just
like-
basically.
Well, we're going to go into a shutdown, and it's going to be like a month of them infighting, or more. But again, the House Republicans, who have the majority, put this reconciliation bill to say we're going to raise. So again, it doesn't matter if they cut $100 billion.
Are they Trumpers though?
Yes,
Yes.
they all are.
It's the Republican,
Republican Party.
Remember
He owns them.
I thought people on both sides were getting mad at Elon.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
people
probably.
are because he's cutting things and firing people and a bunch of other things.
But they'll follow what Trump says because remember, Trump had power before he was even in office over all these people or most of them.
He had him kill numerous bills and the fucking
Important
border
bills.
bill. Yeah, so I mean, he's been the shadow fucking president and has undue influence over the U.S.
This is
government.
his third term.
Essentially,
Basically, no. Well, to him it is because remember
Yeah.
he didn't lose the last
yeah,
election.
he didn't lose to Biden.
No, that's why he gets his fourth term. It's a makeup.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes, it doesn't matter whether they cut $100 billion or $200 billion. They're getting more money. Again, the fact of the matter is they're getting more money.
Right. That's what
I
I'm
think
saying.
the fact
If
of
they
the
cut more
matter
than
is
they get-
everything's been so
No.
fluid lately.
You don't understand. They have $865 billion. They cut
Uh-huh.
200. They cut.
You're looking at
$200
this
billion.
very rigidly. Things have been very not rigid in Washington lately.
What
100%.
do you mean? What am I missing here?
Name something that hasn't changed recently in Washington.
Oh no, a lot of things. But I'm talking about specifically the Defense Department budget.
Mhm.
We'll
So
see.
what am I missing? Because again, they're getting more money.
Missing the next couple weeks.
True.
Again, it doesn't matter what programs they cut. It doesn't matter if they cut, programs that are.
Look,
currently
Elon, he's
funded
gonna
for $20
go. He's gonna
billion.
lick Trump's earlobe, and he's gonna whisper, "Cut defense spending."
It's not
And
going
he's
to happen.
gonna
As I
he's
say,
gonna like
Trump
list all
won't, I
these
don't think.
programs.
Nah, probably not. So again, I don't think because they never cut defense. They never cut defense. They never cut anything else like that.
Although they did talk about it, I believe during Trump's campaign, he did say that the Defense Department does need budget cuts.
I've been watching
Doesn't matter
so
'cause
much
the House
Trump shit
can
lately,
go forward.
and Trump and them talk so much about.
You muted yourself, by the way.
You're muted.
Yeah, you muted yourself, by the way.
They talk so much about the military-industrial complex and how they want to cut it back.
Right?
Yeah, but that's also their donors and the people who pay them.
Except literally Musk got on with Boeing to build for the
Right.
next Air Force One
He's
build.
also a defense contractor technically because SpaceX.
Oh yeah,
and
also
builds
the
and
Tesla, the Cybertruck.
the $400 million in armored Tesla
That
vehicles.
Biden
that he
ordered.
got.
What?
Or that Biden proposed.
Yeah, that was
I
proposed
heard
and then they went through.
People
with it.
People kept pointing this out as a reason of corruption,
Mhm.
and then fact checkers came out and said Biden actually proposed that bill.
Well, it's funny because like they tear into like the whole $50 million of condoms for Gaza.
What? Condoms?
Yeah, condoms.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
it's so
We have a
They
$50 million budget to help prevent sexually transmitted diseases, and it wasn't Gaza. It was like
it was Gaza, Mozambique. That's where the thing is. Yeah, there's a. I guess
so
a
people were
province
trying
in
to say
Ga-
it's
Mozambique
okay
called
because
Gaza,
it was actually this place, and it was just like prevention of these STDs in general.
which is a good thing
But
because
then detractors say $50 million is a lot of money, though.
Right.
I mean, if you got to coordinate, getting people
oh,
on the ground to organize to.
so the
distribute
real
them.
question
Yeah, but how
that
does
would
this
be
help me?
Yeah, exactly.
as an
The real
American?
question is
So-
why would it matter to us?
So foreign aid is what they call soft power. So that's what USA did. It's a whole thing of soft power because
But do they like us in Mozambique?
Yes, generally.
they?
Yeah, generally. Most world governments like when we help.
Well, they like when we give
do
them shit for
things.
free.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too. Condoms and the other things are dirt cheap. You can get condoms for like, I think they're saying it's
So
like,
why is it $50 million then?
I assume because it's not just for condoms but also for other things that are part of it.
Right.
Because
Which will count to giving money to
Government
government.
kickbacks.
It probably
Yeah.
also means testing for STDs.
We got to pay all those
clinics,
employees that are
and also,
signing
like,
the documents about
antibiotics
it.
and things of that nature. So there's a lot more that goes into, STD prevention than just condoms. There's doctors and other things that need to happen.
I guess.
They got them
um,
American doctor bills.
But anyways, so it's super good for us. I mean, that's the thing too. It's actually funny because actual Kennedy, JFK, talked about when he made U.S. aid, because he was the one who wrote the bill, who signed the bill to make it happen. He talked about how soft power is a very important thing for our to project power abroad. That's also very affordable, and it helps improve our image versus our military. because soft power is cultural. Soft power is, aid assistance. Soft power is, because USAID had huge contracts to American farmers to buy, grains and wheats and whatever else. And then so U.S. farmers made money off of USAID. Then they shipped these supplies to these nations to help them, during famines or droughts or, supplement, food supplies, etc. But it makes people like us. And the more people like us at these low costs, we don't need to go to war as much kind of thing and fight there. So that's why soft power is really important to projecting U.S. strength abroad.
I don't
And it's
think
also
that
very
strategy
cheap.
works if your president's saying retarded shit constantly.
Well, yeah, it doesn't
True.
work with Trump, but
So we
for-
might as
for
well just
prior
not spend the
presidents,
money
it has
if we
worked
already
quite
know we have
well.
Trump for 4 more years.
True. But also, on top of that, why would we have to spend all this money when we could just, make a CIA op to replace whoever their current government is?
So
Which we do all the time.
So if you look at the budget of USAID as a percentage of the actual expenditures,
Real quick,
think it's
why
about-
why do Republicans call it this retarded USAID? Just call it USAID.
I don't know, man.
Maybe they like saying AI. I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
But as like a percentage of the budget, USAID's like budget overall, I think was like 0.2% of the budget or something, or either like 0.2 or 2%. It's something very
So
small.
much of it has to be
Because
defense.
we spend $6.5 trillion, people. A number so large and immense, it's hard to truly quantify.
I mean, it's not. There's a website.
Yeah, there's a website, but people see big numbers. They can't. Again, the monkey brain cannot comprehend.
That's
big
why you're
Listen,
not
numbers.
just
if
looking
you
at a
think
big
about
number,
how
you're
much
watching-
money that Elon Musk has, or any of the top 10 billionaires, it's more money than anybody could spend in a lifetime,
It's
literally.
more so.
I
think
got a good reminder that actually should be relevant now.
Hmm.
Elon Musk said, "Someone tell me how to end world hunger for $6 billion and I'll just do it."
Mhm.
And now he basically controls the government.
So that's
It's
actually
true.
the funny thing too. He put that tweet out.
Yeah, and then he
And-
didn't do it whenever UNICEF showed up.
Yeah, exactly. UNICEF's like, here's the receipts. Here's what we'll, here's give us $8 billion, and here's how we'll end world hunger.
But it wasn't 6. He did say 6.
I think. Well, I don't know whether it was 6 or 8. Well, whatever, regardless, we're semantics here.
Right.
But
Well,
but they
that's $2 billion.
they came up with the
I
plan.
heard they did show up with 6.
They came up with the plan. I mean, like, yo, here's the plan. Here's exactly where we're detailing everywhere where it's gonna go.
And
Elon-
UNICEF's a
and
good
Elon just fucking
organization.
dropped. Elon's like, nah, I'm doing it.
Yeah,
so.
Elon said, "I can't confirm this won't just all go to line people's pockets."
When they gave him a detailed
Which
plan,
sounds like a bullshit excuse to get out of there, but I also kind of agree with it
nah, it's
because
a bullshit excuse.
I've heard most charities are basically like that.
A lot of
So,
them are.
I disagree.
unfortunately.
I don't know shit about UNICEF. They're probably fine, I guess.
So what you can do too, and what I always tell people to do if they're looking into charities, is you can go to a website called Charity Navigator, and it will tell you because charities have to publish.
I did
their
that with
tax
Tropical
forms.
Smoothie Shack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they
I
have
didn't
a
know they had a
charity, that
charity.
you can donate to, and I was like, I bet this is some bullshit. And I looked it up, and it was like, nah, it's fine, okay.
Yeah. So it's really so you can go there and they can tell you like, here's what they spent on administrative. Here's what they spent on actual like charitable works. Here's what they spent X, Y, and Z. So you can see, and like they'll give it like a star rating of charities. So if you question and you want to know, is all this money just going to administrative costs? You can just go there, look them up, and see.
Yep.
A lot of charities do good work and don't just throw it all in administrative costs. And the ones that do should be have
They
additional
should be.
scrutiny.
They should be propped up, put on a pedestal, shouted from the rooftops.
Yeah, exactly.
Because there are good charities. I'm not saying there isn't. There's definitely still a lot of bad.
I'm just saying the
charities.
information.
I feel like we didn't get enough information with the last thing because it's like Elon was saying supposedly like I don't know if this money could go to corruption, and UNICEF was saying I have a plan. So it's like, well, we can reconcile those two viewpoints if someone just audits this,
I mean, UNICEF.
and then like this just didn't happen. I'm like, well, I'm looking at one guy's got all the money, so why didn't this get audited? If supposedly UNICEF had a $6 billion plan to end world hunger, and then Elon wouldn't give it up because he said, I don't know if this money's going to corruption, why didn't Elon pay people to audit the plan?
Probably because he didn't want to pay the money.
Yeah, the real thing
That's
is
the real thing.
somebody nutted up. It's like whenever Preston said, "Send
I think
your
Elon
wiener
backs down a
to."
lot. I feel like this has happened another time before.
Oh, probably.
Probably so, yeah.
But yeah, it's the Preston Carmichael thing. When Preston said, "Do it, no balls," and Carmichael said, "All right, I'm gonna send you a picture of my schween," and then Preston blocked him. It's the same
Wait,
thing.
is that why he's blocked?
Yeah.
I think Carmichael pointed out. Carmichael asked me the other day. He said, "I'm blocked by Preston." I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Yeah, that's exactly why. We were all in chat.
Well, if you ask for someone's cock and they send it to you, then you're the retard.
Correct. And not Carmichael will never send it because Carmichael will has no balls. But beyond that,
Wait, he didn't send it?
no, not
Then
really.
why is he blocked?
threat of it.
Preston preemptively blocked. He said, "No, I didn't know if he." It was the meme of, "I didn't know if he could, but I wasn't gonna
Preston
fuck
is kinda
around."
scared of cocks. Like Preston would like randomly go into anti-gay rants, like while like in the car with me waiting in fast food restaurant lanes. I'd be like, "What do you want me to say, Preston? I suck cock."
Does he not watch porn?
Bro, you know what the funniest thing was?
Does when he watch porn, does he not enjoy it? Does he want to see a guy with a fucking limp dick going at it?
No,
Or does he expect to see
I've also seen this stand-up comedian.
Exactly.
No, the funniest thing is when Damien, you remember how anti-gay Damien was?
Vaguely.
Dude, I don't know if you remember.
Everyone forgets I didn't know Damien very well.
I thought you did. I don't know. You probably remember Gay James from the Sonic. Well, there was probably a couple. Yes, it was very violently flaming.
He's also on the roller skates.
Yeah, he was on my rollerblades. Those are mine. He wanted them for
funny.
work because they pay you like $5. They pay you like so many dollars an hour.
Yeah,
extra
that you
for
get more
rollerblades.
money.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
I
anyway,
remember when I applied.
but yeah, so that guy rolled up and was talking to me while we were getting drinks with my sister, I think at one time.
Mhm.
And he's very violently flaming, like just sounds just he's super gay. Like dude's violently gay. It's fine. He's a cool dude. And like freaking Damien just like freaks out because like he's sitting on like here in the side in the back of the Jeep. And then he like freaks out and like jumps like that and just looks over like somebody had just beat his dog or something and he's just staring the dude down. And I look at him and I'm like, you good, homie? He's like, nah, man, nah. That's just really gay. I don't like gay people. And I'm like, why? Like, what did he do to you? He's like, it just ain't right. Because remember, he was hyper Christian or whatever the fuck he is.
Mhm.
Yeah, that boy
Stupid.
wasn't right.
Nah, I don't really care. Like, meh.
Is he still retarded?
Worse.
Oh.
Remember, he lived with me, screwed me over in a bunch of money.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh, he
like,
was the roommate that screwed you over in Austin. Yeah.
Well, I thought I heard like some chick screwed him over, but then she came back and like, was that a thing?
that was previous. I think that was before he moved out and stuff. So the girl he married now, which is the one that caused him to like fuck off and leave in Austin, and, like leave me hanging to dry with the rest of the bills.
Mhm.
Was one of his military people. Was somebody in his unit, and then they
Oh.
eventually got married. But he was, supposedly my best friend forever, and like I didn't even get an invite to their wedding. Like,
Damn.
and I asked him about that. I confronted
Oh.
him about it. And I was like, "Why didn't I get an invite?" He's like, because she handled it and she didn't want to invite you." And I was like, "Bro,
Oh,
you're getting married to this
no.
girl? You're supposed." And I called him out. I was like, "You're supposed to be my best friend and shit." And like, you didn't fucking nut up and ask for me to come. The fuck,
Right.
dude? Piece of shit.
Yeah, how you not a
That's-
best man
that's-
if you're his
wow.
best friend?
Right?
That's what I said. Because
You're
that was
not
our,
even
that was our
there.
original joke. Like we stayed up like we did 48-hour streams playing League together for so long. We did so much shit. And that was a meme. It's like, yeah, if I ever get married, you're my best man. I was like, I guess you'll be mine, sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's wild. That's what a fucking dick move. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Now who's it gonna be? Nick, the chosen one,
Nah, probably this kid.
the best person you've ever met. The one where when he moved in, you're like, finally, someone I can trust.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That was there was
That
so
was
much
so
there was
funny.
so much potential. And then there wasn't.
Every scammer seems like they have potential.
Get at it. Nigerian prince over here just just give me the money.
Yeah. I just need $2,000 and I will 10x it for fucking 2 million. You
Google
will
Play
get it.
gift cards.
And fucking Apple gift cards. Apple Store.
Yeah, fucking Indian scammers and whatever just they're a problem. And I'm glad we've got people like Jim Browning and Kit Boga and Scammer. I forget what the hell's
Scam bait or
yeah,
whatever.
Scambait going after these people.
I like that so these are the channels, the YouTube channels.
Mhm.
I like that they exist, but I cringe too hard to watch them.
Some of them, yeah.
Because anything that's even somewhat like that, I'm like, third party cringe.
The fuck? Why?
I'm like really sensitive to social things.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
If something's just like, even in movies, if something's like too embarrassing, I'm like, "Ugh."
Weird.
I get that sometimes if I'm watching a YouTube video and there's so much cringe. I'm like, let me skip forward past this.
That's why I was telling you to watch the videos of the Squatter series.
Hmm.
Oh, the one you were telling me to watch.
Yeah, where like there's some streamer whose whole thing is that he's like the most annoying and like obnoxious person ever.
Hmm.
And then someone tries to squat in his sister's rented property, and he's like, "This is content gold."
Oh no!
And I watched
Those
the whole
fucking
thing,
live
and I was like,
streamers.
"This is one of the worst and greatest things I've ever seen."
Fucking
Right.
what are they
I was
calling?
cringing the whole time, but I couldn't look away, and then I clicked the next one
And
all
it's
the way
just-
through it.
Bro, that's how I felt when I was doing the reacts bullshit that I was doing. Like, there
Well, I
was so
tried
much
to send it to
cringe
you,
shit.
but you were full of bullshit.
No, I never watched it because I didn't care. But because I had to watch TikToks. It was the TikToks
I
react.
watch TikToks.
It was the TikToks, man. Had to react to
I'll
TikToks.
send you some red notes
Yeah. Of course you would.
since you're a TikTok streamer.
Yeah, you're a little good Chinese boy. Are you about to sneeze or something?
Yeah, I was about to.
Yeah. Fair enough.
There is at least one girl that I work with where I'm like, she keeps smiling at me. Maybe I should look into some Chinese shit.
Do you need to learn the Chinese equivalent of "I think you're beautiful" or something like that?
I should learn a
she-
Chinese equivalent of,
Is she
hey, what's
cute?
up?
No.
Other than just ni hao.
Ni hao. No. It's,
GG.
yeah, well, that's
Isn't that like
Thank
thank you or like
yes, thank you.
like that?
Yeah.
That's thank you in Mandarin, I think.
So for the Chinese New Year or whatever, there's these
Mhm.
signs up in some places where I work.
Spies.
But I was looking at these signs
Mhm.
Spies.
and I think they're upside down. And I think either
Take a
Frank-
picture next time.
I think
Right.
either my boss put they're still there. I'll take a picture tomorrow.
Do that shit.
I think either my boss put him up because of the way he's like slightly like retardedly into Chinese, or I think he asked someone to put them up like Jeff or something, and they just like went and were like, I don't know, this one's right.
If we get pictures of this, they'll be shared.
As I say, yeah, we'll have to.
Unless they have like company information or
I'll
whatever.
send them tomorrow.
If they're upside down, I'm gonna just like post it here.
I'm
Mark it.
like, I should just
Hey,
I
hey,
should have
Mark
like
boy.
run a scanner. I'm like
Mark boy,
almost
mark it.
completely sure they're upside. Like
Thank you.
there's like a treasure chest that's like upside down, and there's like those like kind of bulbousy lanterns that hang from like
Yeah, Chinese language.
rafters or
ledges.
whatever. Yeah.
and like
For lantern.
their beads are going down. I'm like, those should go up, and the tassels are going up. I'm like, who the? I wanted to corner a Chinese person and be like, is there a reason this is upside down? But they kept leaving while I was busy. I didn't want to like go to the office and be like, you follow me.
I need a quick question.
Is there a reason this is upside down? Am I tripping?
Is this upside down?
No. We're just trying to get closer to the moon. It's Lunar New Year.
My guess is that my boss doesn't realize they're upside down, and the Chinese people are making fun of him by not saying anything about it.
Quite possibly.
Yeah.
Because like literally one of the doors to get into the building has one of these on it.
I imagine the Chinese folks talk so much shit about y'all.
Oh man, that was one of the thing. One of the people that doesn't work here anymore, who was really good friends with Andrew and like somewhat good friends with me. He would tell Andrew, he was like, "Oh, there's like a whole group chat where people make fun of Frank.
That's
Oh,
funny.
It's a Chinese group chat, and he's not Chinese, so he can't be in there."
So to call back to UNICEF, I'm looking into them through Charity Navigator.
Mhm.
It doesn't show what you're saying where it talks about like the
It may just
like,
be
admin
U.S.
fees and
based
stuff.
charities. I'm not
Well,
sure.
this is UNICEF USA.
Uh-huh. I don't know.
It shows there are 4 stars, which is supposedly good.
Yeah.
However, or there's a bunch of
Highly
times
rated.
where they weren't. But when I go down to the disclosure section of salary of key persons, fucking the director, CEO, president makes almost $1 million a year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me he needs that money. Because
Almost $1
I
million?
promise 839,920 last year.
I mean, for a corrupt official, that would be pretty low. I think.
That's $1 million for sitting and doing nothing, ish.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, 94%, 4-star rating.
But that's
Accountability and finance, 92%.
That's a lot of fucking money, though. Like that's wild.
I mean, they have independent.
And then the second
board members.
highest.
The
paid
question
person
is like,
makes
if you're not
300
for
less.
profit, how are you getting paid that much?
That's what I'm saying.
Mm.
Like, so even though they're rated highly, to go back to what he's saying, like that's ridiculous. And then again, the second highest paid person below that is paid $300K less. Like that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Which is also still pretty high. The freaking chief philanthropy officer getting paid
Like
half
if
a
you
million.
got an
Right.
administrative fee yourself, like to fund the project, like I gotta get paid if I'm gonna keep running this.
I
Like,
mean,
you should pay yourself
I
like
guess would it be treated
maybe
as
a
any
little
other
more than a
CEO
living
of a
wage?
company?
Dude, 800,000 for a CEO is still a lot of fucking like a lot of money.
For a major organization?
And that's for a charity.
Yeah, but for a major organization, that's the thing too.
Yeah, but
Charities
you pay
are
yourself a
still-
living wage if you're a
Charities
charity.
are still businesses, and they still have to run. They still have to pay people.
But
and
do you
operate
need to
markets.
be
Charities can be
paid
not
$1 million?
for-profit.
Yeah, well, they are usually nonprofit, but it doesn't mean that people that are working there can't make any money.
Do you have to be?
But do you have to make almost $1 million a year?
I don't know. I can't question. I'm not in a position to know
You're kinda
whether
choosing
that's
your
salary.
salary.
That's whether
You're kind of
that's
saying, how much of this charity do I want personally?
Well, the other thing is
Almost $1
too,
million.
isn't if you work for the charity, don't you have different tax rules? Like it's taxless to you?
no. You still get taxed.
Do you?
Yeah.
You still get income tax?
That's what you're paying yourself. That's not like what you're paying out.
Goddamn, I've got dark mode on, so I literally can't see how much the revenue and expenses are. Can you pull?
Where's that at?
It's literally
Oh,
right above
above
the
it.
salaries. Yeah.
All right, revenue expensive. Which color is what?
Oh, are you
Uh,
also? Oh, I don't know.
Any
the
fucking-
fucking graph doesn't say what it is.
Um,
Do I have to click into it? I know. Okay, so I can click in it. So the black is expenses, the blue is revenue. They are making less revenue than they are expensing, but God damn.
Well, yeah, they're expensing a lot in salary, aren't they?
Well, no. Well, yeah, but shit, their discrepancy is like $30 million. They almost handle $1 billion a year. Fucking wild. Although the year before in 2022, which I think is when Musk do this last year or 2022.
what?
Do what? Oh,
This whole thing we're
I don't
talking about
remember.
What about the
about the
Were you
Were you
Solving
backed out of ending world hunger?
Yeah.
I can't remember.
To be fair, every other year before then, they were making in excess of like 30 to 60 to what was that one? 80 to 10. So what? 30 million? 30 million. This one was disgusting. They made like almost 100 million in excess
Yeah, but I mean,
when they revenued over $1 billion.
yeah, but I mean, it's
Where
not
did
like
the
it's money that
excess
they're.
go?
As I say, it's money that they're usually holding. They're still holding onto it. They can't. They have to still keep it. It doesn't go anywhere. It just gets held in a bank.
Right, which is weird because the next year, which was last year, or not last year because it's 23, they had a deficit of 30 million. But whenever the last 2 years before that, they had a I guess profit
Surplus.
of freaking 100 and what
Surplus.
50 million.
Yeah.
I think is what I said.
So I mean, that's. I mean, it sounds like they
Well,
have
that's
enough money.
profit. Revenue minus expenses is profit technically, even though they're not for profit company. That's how you math it financially.
So it sounds like they have enough money to handle their deficit.
Their last deficit. But yeah, the graph only goes back 2 years, but
So it says
consistently
here-
they're making more.
So as far as administrative cost, they've spent. I think it's less than 2% as on administrative cost. They spent, I think, about 10% on fundraising, with 88.2% of their funding going to program
How much
expenses.
percent of $1 billion is 6? How much do you say the guy was being paid?
So if
You said only
they
$1
brought in $1
million.
billion, and that means $888 million went towards
What it was supposed
expenditures, with
Oh.
10% spending on fundraising, because you see UNICEF ads and such. People
Yep.
they gotta market themselves somehow, and then 2% on administrative, which is everybody working for them.
Right. But whenever the top people get paid like was it I think almost 3, 4, or 5 million, everyone else just gets whatever else.
But also as a percentage, I guess, of that, as far as leadership wise,
'Cause it depends on what the percentage of the full pay is. So if the full
What
pay is
percentage
2%,
of that actually goes to the charity?
So I mean, if the percentage of
it's 2%. So it's whatever percentage.
2%.
2%.
of $1 billion, I mean, you're talking what 20
No,
million.
I meant like what percent goes to
Sure.
like what they're supporting.
88.2%. I said 88.2%, or in this the previous financial year, $888
That's pretty
million.
good. That's only 12% waste.
And 10% is going to fundraising, which is usually charities gotta have that. It's UNICEF.
Yeah, it doesn't sound bad. And this is only the last year.
Yeah. So they have a fundraising, and the thing is too, their fundraising efficiency is literally 10 to 1. For every 10 cents they spend, they get $1 back. So by spending 10% of their budget on fundraising, they're literally getting their entire budget based
Yeah,
on
I'll
it. I mean,
say,
it's
like,
good numbers.
I haven't seen as many like UNICEF fucking Girl Scout boxes or whatever the fuck. Like I feel like we had UNICEF charity boxes at school.
Used to always be that, or the
Fundraisers?
UNICEF ads during Halloween and those times.
So I
But I mean,
remember
also,
like
I
UNICEF
don't
being
watch
written on like
TV.
some box that I had to like unfold kind of or something.
They may still be doing it. I don't know. We're not in school, and none of us watch TV.
Yeah, I don't see none of that shit.
So we don't, and of course all of us pay for YouTube Premium, so we definitely don't see ads. So we ain't never gonna see them. But they do have a fully independent board of all 6 top board members and 20 independent board members themselves. So everybody's,
So to go back to what we were saying about the percentages, the top like 5 people make close to 33% of the entirety of the wages
Of the
for
wages.
for the admin fees, yeah, which is the 2%.
And the wages is a 2%.
I mean, I'd have to do math on other companies. 33% is quite a bit for 5 people.
I will say throwing around percents and all this stuff and whatever, blah blah blah, that's still like $1 million a year salary.
Yeah, for well, that's one person, and then
Like
total
you can
for the
never
top
you can
5.
never unstatic something by throwing around percentages.
Well, you can. That's what statistics does to make you feel
No.
good or bad about.
No matter
something.
what percentage he's making, that's still $1 million a year.
Yeah, 100%.
That's a lot of money.
It's still a lot of money. He's not making millions.
but is
He's
it a
making
deserved
close.
amount of money? I don't know.
Right. It depends on what he does. Most CEOs don't do jack shit.
A lot of
though.
CEOs don't, but I imagine CEO charities probably do just a little bit more than your average CEO. I'm not something I can comment on.
And then we have to. Okay, so this is how we deep. This is how you deep. This is how you dive deeper. You figure out what his name is, which is public. It's there, and then you see what he does. Does he give $300 million to different PACs? And there you go. You found the answer.
What is the average CEO pay?
Oh, you don't want to do that because the average CEO pay is fucking ridiculous.
CEO pay is a complex issue with varying figures depending on the source and how pay is defined.
Blah 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 blah.
What did it just did it?
Oh, it went away.
Did the AI just not answer you because you asked a question about rich people? Excuse me.
I'll
It's
ask.
average. Oh wait, no. I think he's averaging them all together.
Total.
What's the average charity CEO pay?
Look at these fucking nerds with their talking to phones and shit.
The median compensation for nonprofit CEOs was about
Of course.
$132,000 in 2022.
300.
So he's making almost 10
That's
times.
the
For the last 5
median.
years,
So
from about $119,000, it's remained relatively flat compared to inflation over the same time.
Unless you're UNICEF.
and that's from nonprofitquarterly.org.
So most of the nonprofits are what? Like way lower?
Uh-huh.
So the
130,000?
median is so.
Median means middle,
understand the median or
so
the mean.
the high end
so-
should be 300,000.
No, 'cause
Median's middle.
median's middle.
Well, what's the average? I guess.
Well, you looked up medium, it was 130, so we should be top end should be around 300,000.
Is that how that works? I
It's the
It
median.
well, I mean, it can go way higher, but yeah.
mean, we know it goes
You
way
can
higher.
always
Wait,
have
well, the median
anomalies.
was only 100
The
something?
median's
K?
132,000 for
Oh.
in 2002.
2002?
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
or sorry, 20.
I was going to
22.
say, I was like, 2002? What the fuck?
I saw twos and O's, and I'm like, yeah, 2002, yeah. Mhm.
So the UNICEF CEO is worth about 8 to 9.
So the
level.
UNICEF CEO is probably in the top 5% of CEOs for nonprofits, I guess.
Probably.
To be fair, their organization does $1 billion, so he can take
That's a
more and it's
lot.
fine.
I mean, they are a
Also gotta
household
imagine, too,
name.
a lot of charities probably don't get, a quarter, a half, a tenth as much.
That was a
Yes.
median, though.
That was a median.
Yes. So yeah, the real question is, I guess this is how. All right, we need to design a
Like,
site that
what
does a breakdown of
percentage
percentage.
charities are huge?
What is he?
I guess.
I know their name.
What?
Like, I've heard UNICEF.
Google.
But
I mean,
there-
not Google.
there's gotta be, like,
Goodwill,
There's going to be
Salvation
tons of
Army,
charities that are like this
Red
YouTube channel.
Red Cross. What?
I said there's going to be tons of charities that are like this Unity or this YouTube channel where it's like, I don't know what the fuck that is.
I mean, anybody can
Like,
be a
they could be bringing
nonprofit,
down
so-
the median.
It's true.
That's true. Well, like every
So it's like,
like,
what
mo-
percentage
most
of charities
nonprofits
are
are like
big?
local dudes doing stuff. Like, for instance, all of your churches are technically nonprofits. So, but we see mega churches where they get paid millions of dollars. So in church pay is partially tax list.
You pass me that
Partially.
water?
This one,
Yeah,
you deserve it.
maybe.
I don't know.
I've been talking I hit my talking quota enough to need water.
I was just gonna throw it at him
Why would you do that?
because it's funny.
So
Oh, this is unopened. Holy shit.
yeah,
I guess it's one of mine.
it's
Ooh.
funny because like I asked Gemini, I was like, is it
Oh,
justified?
that was my free cookie water. They came with the free wing cookies.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
It is great value.
right.
It's also just sitting here where I left it. That's how good of a value it was. Nobody wanted to touch it for like 2 months. Yeah,
Goddamn.
it's been a while.
No.
It's been like one.
Can't have been
As
there
I say,
that
it's
long.
been-
It's been one.
Well, you only got the wing cookie like maybe 2 weeks ago, maybe 3.
Yeah, a month. 3 weeks, a month.
Less than a
Oh,
month.
because I used Wing like 2 weeks ago. And I didn't use it until way later than y'all.
Yeah,
No. The free cookie time. You got the free cookies
Oh.
before me.
Okay.
I still need
I
to get
got
my
mine
free cookies.
recently.
I still haven't gotten them.
Do they still have the deal?
Yeah, they do.
Ah, cool.
But I'm just never gonna get them because I never over here at the right time. Even when I
Live
got here
closer.
early, I was wrong.
Live closer, be better. I mean, shit, with the winds the last couple days, I don't even think they'd be flying.
That's probably why they were closed.
Bro,
once
that
I got
reminds
older.
me. Whenever I log into the Buffalo Wild Wings app, whenever you go to like stores near me, if it doesn't pick one up within a certain range, it says there's no stores nearby. Consider moving.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
I was like, God damn.
We found a better B-dubs place, by the way, in the middle of Frisco somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Their Thursdays, they do all-you-can-eat wings.
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
That's what I said.
And they got a bunch of
Worth
different
the Frisco
flavors.
traffic though?
Huh?
Is it worth Frisco traffic?
Is it
Probably
Stone Valley
not.
Mall?
Because especially because
I
it's
get pissed off every time I go to my Kia dealership there.
it's a really like ritzy area too. Like
Mhm.
there's a roundabout and you have to go park in a weird parking garage and all this other weird shit.
This sounds like when I do deliveries in the colony.
The colony.
So apparently the CEO of UNICEF has been a like CEO and president of other charities prior to this. He was the president and CEO of AmeriCares, which he held since 2014. He was the CEO of a global nonprofit,
Ameri don't care no
International,
more.
for 13 years prior.
So his golden parachute is
A former
charity
journalist with a passion for global health, he previously served on U.S. AIDS Advisory Committee on the Voluntary Foreign Aid
Rip.
and chaired the board of Integral Alliance, a global network of faith-based NGOs.
Can you get retirement pay on a charity?
If
I
you
assume
set
they
it
have
up,
401k, I
Yeah.
guess. He currently serves as on the board of Interaction, the largest coalition of U.S.-based relief and development organizations working internationally, and the Leadership Council at Concordia.
Hmm.
So yeah, he holds a master's in business administration from Emory University, a bachelor's of arts in urban studies and communications from University of Wisconsin Green Bay.
So he's got one useless degree and he's a BA. Great.
Mm. But apparently he's been running charities for the past like 25 years plus.
Yeah, his
Maybe
golden
his
parachutes.
$1 salary is like considering that he's managing all these different things. It said he's like on the board of some kind of like.
Yeah, he's on boards.
Well,
and-
no, this is the money he gets only from UNICEF because it's in their tax docs.
Hmm.
It's not a conglomeration of all of his money.
Yeah, but he's chaired boards from different organizations that.
His golden parachute is CEO of orgs, large charity orgs.
I don't care anymore.
Okay.
Fuck this guy.
Yeah. Check out Charity Navigator. Look up your next charities you want to donate to.
Yeah.
Get the right
And
information.
then make sure to stare at that information and do math and figure out percentages like we just did.
Yeah, do math for 30
Yes.
minutes.
Well, because
can also do
it
that.
didn't say their admin fees. I mean, so 2% is probably not like a red flag. I don't know what is a red flag. But I mean, of the 2% of the pay for the admin fees, they get 30%, the top 5 people.
Yeah, that's the meme where it's like
Which is wild.
if I can make my charity this big, then I can claim this much percent, and no one's gonna scoff at 2%.
That's true,
Right.
actually.
Whenever it's me giving myself $1 million.
Welcome to statistics.
But also, it's not him giving himself that. They have independent board members which
Who
usually
puts people on the
decide
board?
the-
This is a meme.
no, they're all independent board members. So they aren't beholden to somebody.
Are we sure? You can't
That's
just
the kind
give
of
them
the
money
point of
to vote?
independent.
That's just because they're independent doesn't mean they
don't
can't
know if-
get a donation
So
or
is
get
that
money
different
or
than
get
normal
gifts.
boards?
So
Not
if you look
different,
like
yes.
if you look at like the Tesla board, like a bunch of the board members are like Kimball Musk, which is like his cousin or brother.
Ah.
Like I think one of the Trump like allies is on the board. Like Musk has like 3 or 4 allies on the Tesla board, which is why he keeps getting more money and more like ridiculous pay
I didn't
packages.
see it.
So
Yeah, I heard
So
the whole
board
thing
mem-
about boards is that like they're supposed to kind of manage the CEO.
Yeah.
But the meme is that the CEOs usually just influence who actually gets put on the board anyway. So they just jerk each other off.
the shareholders vote generally.
I've heard this isn't just
who
Tesla.
gets
This is
on
like
the
most
board.
of them.
So
But Musk owns most of the shares for those companies, I believe.
I don't think so for Tesla or SpaceX. But SpaceX is also private, so that's a bit more questionable. I'm not sure on that, but I know for Tesla,
SpaceX is private, so it doesn't have a board. I don't think,
I'm not.
because that's usually how it works. Unless
Yeah, I
SpaceX
mean, you don't
took money from some investment group that then calls the shots or whatever.
No.
That's the only way that works. If it's private, if it's fully private with no external investors, and he's the CEO, he does whatever he wants. He owns it.
I mean, maybe.
That's how that works. But yeah,
So yeah, he's got board members in his pockets, so they
Yep.
do whatever he wants.
well, I mean, his pockets are deep.
I mean, that's true, and also his brother, or I think brother, yeah. So I mean, he makes money. It was the same brother who ran Solar City, who Tesla then bought and changed it into Tesla Solar, and they kind of been running that into the ground. I don't know how. They have the cheapest solar, so they should just print money. So what the fuck are they doing wrong?
Did I tell you my ATI theory?
You told me, but not him.
That I was wondering if Nvidia would be the king still if AMD didn't dismantle ATI.
I don't know enough about ATI.
Is that mic muted?
Personally,
He's about to go say
It is
bye?
muted.
Okay, cool. Good. Is it? Are you hopping in on this? Okay.
I was gonna say we're close to the end.
Move those
I've done that before.
over that way.
That's true.
Just put them over here.
Yeah, because ATI was like almost beating Nvidia.
ATI Voodoo Rage.
I asked ChatGPT about it because I was like,
No,
Basically,
don't do
like-
that. Yeah, they're probably fine.
did AMD throw by taking over ATI?
Mm-hmm.
But at least ChatGPT kind of pointed out, like, well, I mean, by taking over ATI, they made the APUs,
Mm-hmm.
which then is all the game consoles and handhelds market. So, you know,
Sluts.
No, you.
but sluts.
Is he even in camera?
Oh, hell no. Yeah, you're not even.
You're not in
camera.
view.
Shadow commentator.
Oh, I know I'm not in view.
I'll trade
I-
places with you.
I don't give a shit,
You're in my
dude.
seat.
It's fine. Besides, I have a cat in my lap already.
I don't need to be looked at.
It's already too
The
late.
viewers need to see your beautiful face,
Nuh-uh.
your beautiful femboyish face.
That's not even true.
All you have to do is shave your facial hair, grow out your hair a little bit.
That doesn't work.
What about that skirt though?
Gotta get the programmer socks.
He has those.
Oh, there you go.
Put him in a Hooters uniform.
Oh my
So
god.
my braces have started working a bit.
What is
Oh,
that?
yeah.
mean?
That like my front teeth don't go out as far.
Nice.
I realized for the first time ever, if I jut out my jaw super far, I can tuck my
Oh,
front
no.
teeth behind my
No.
back teeth.
Yeah, push her
Thank you.
somewhere.
The cat just wants love.
I mean, she's not supposed to be on any of these tables.
Right.
Oh,
I mean, she was just navigating her way to David.
she took the naughty way there.
She did.
She could have just gone straight down there,
Mm-hmm.
like the fat cat would have.
And you guys don't even
What
have
doesn't jump?
the gamer subs photo pointing straight at the camera.
Well, I don't know.
No,
Maybe
we don't do that.
Actually, we didn't because I've been
No.
staring at these titties the whole time.
Shit.
Hey man, whatever increases views, we gotta get some fucking posters and shit up.
You know,
we
it's
haven't
funny?
talked about anime like this whole time.
Right.
I know.
Did we not? I thought
mean,
no,
the-
we did. We talked about stuff.
We talked about Genshin Impact.
Yeah.
That's close
and
enough.
Xenoblade Zero.
I mean, to be
That's
fair
close
though,
enough.
those aren't anime titties. Not compared to the other gamer subs.
not really. Yeah.
Speaking of which,
I like
I got
anime
I got more gamer subs shit coming in. It was like it's a $20 acrylic stand. That's it.
I'm gonna corrupt this show.
I'm gonna check.
Cup at some point. or
Where the
something.
fuck is my rent?
It was only a $20 acrylic stand. That's it.
How many?
Just one.
Mm-hmm.
How many? I swear to
seriously,
God,
it was
I'm
one.
gonna open
Yeah,
that
but you
box
buy
up
all
when it
this
comes
shit,
in.
and you're always like, "It was this cheap," and it's like, "Yeah, but I mean."
No, like they had like the game and the play mat and
I
all
see this
that shit. I was
motherfucker with
like,
the tablet.
I was just like,
No, he gave
I
up.
was just like, all right, so I can't spend that much. It's like $15 for a poster or $20 for this acrylic stand. Well, the acrylic stand will probably last longer, so I'll get the acrylic stand.
What are you
I
doing
mean,
to your
posters are
posters
good.
that they don't last long?
Right?
Just like edges and shit wearing out.
Just edging.
Put them in a frame, like what I do.
Yeah, I would do frame posters always.
Just don't take them
They
down.
look
all the
nice.
time.
Yeah, just don't edge the posters. It's fine.
But
You're
I'll
about to get fatted.
Yep.
yeah, I know. There's a fat. Come on, get up here.
She's trying,
Come on.
struggling.
Yeah, I'd rather get the acrylics because one, it looks nicer.
Does it?
Like as much as I love filling up wall space, it's whatever right now.
I like filling up wall space. I need
How much do
need
they
more
cost?
walls filled.
The posters or acrylics?
Holes filled? I mean, walls filled?
What is that?
Oh no.
No, I was talking like which one?
Oh,
We have
I guess
that.
anything you're hanging on your wall.
You get your fancy nano
The posters
Posters,
only
I guess?
off-brand
the
nano
posters only 15.
Better
Pretty
nanoleaf,
good.
actually.
That's- That might
Yeah,
be
they
less
are.
than I spent
Except for the
on
weird,
the,
whatever the fuck's going on over there. But
Vista
Mhm.
print ones.
They
that
are
I got.
hexagons, which are the
And
best.
I think the
the cool thing
I think
is
the
just
poster
how
would
many
have been bigger
different
than
colors
those
and
too.
things they can do.
That's
You
true.
son of a
Also,
bitch.
they're literally like a third of the price
Yeah,
of
but I
Nano Lives
custom
with
made mine.
Well,
Nano
yeah,
Lives.
that's
Nano
the big
Leafs with
difference.
More
That's true.
RGB.
Nano leaves are just the triangles,
Huh?
I get too niche and
the-
stubborn.
Yeah.
rhombuses.
I love that we're having two separate conversations here,
I
but
was
we don't
just
have
thinking
headphones
that, too,
on.
like,
Shit
that's-
happens, man.
Yeah, it's fine.
We should set it to stereo so like you hear each conversation in one ear.
You know, that would be pretty neat.
No, that would actually be hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make people go literally fucking insane.
Mm-hmm.
People like, "Ugh."
We
can't
just have to
follow
have
anything.
subtitles like for conversation 1 up top, conversation 2 on the bottom.
No. You just run them. You just run them serial in line.
Yeah, we do like the anime thing whenever they like there's too much talking in one frame and it's just all the fucking subtitles in one giant bubble and you can't understand what the fuck's going on.
And
This
they just
happens
talk about when they
today.
just have in brackets like incoherent rambling or something like that.
That could be that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I imagine most people like listening to like most people that are listening, they can like focus in on one conversation, and then they'd have to rewind and then focus on the other conversation.
Probably. Yeah.
Most of the David and you listening.
What? What about me? What did I do?
What you didn't do.
Mm.
I listen to both sides of the conversation. I just don't care about either of them. That's the secret.
You didn't even care about the conversation you were having.
True.
Did he? I was full bandwidth over here.
Right. Yeah. There's little boy up there raging still.
Whoopsie.
I heard that. I don't think the mic's
Cat must.
I wanted
the
to
mic
pet the
can't pick it up.
cat.
What? No, not that. We're talking about that.
Oh.
Talking about little boy raging.
Wait,
Yep.
did he get picked up?
No,
No.
you can't get picked
No.
up. These
He
are
was
too
just loud.
directional.
Yeah, these.
We can hear him though,
Oh no, I hear him all the fucking time.
Yeah, you're like right outside his fucking door.
right?
Dude, there was a time, and like at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the goddamn morning, when
Always.
I was like chilling out, going on TikTok, scrolling, about to go to bed.
Read
And
it.
I hear him fucking like slam on his goddamn wall or some shit. I was just like, what the fuck?
It's his desk, I think. But yeah.
As I say,
Yeah, the desk is.
need some
horribly
fucking
abused.
quiet hours.
Because the thing is, the amount of pounding I hear in there, it has to be the desk. Otherwise, everything he owns would be destroyed by now.
True.
So I guess that raises the question. Hey, David, how many cracks behind his fucking desk do you think there are?
Dents in the wall.
I don't know, but I'll beat his ass if there are.
No, just paint over it.
I
It's
think it's
fine.
mostly desk localized.
No, yeah, I think it's just stuff. He said something about like he puts up a fucking like pillow if he like throws his controller into it or some weird shit. I don't know.
I used to always contemplate getting like a punching bag for my room for when I was gonna play Halo or something.
Dude, I've told Alan that he needs to do that.
What?
Get like a punching bag in there. And it's just like there's no room for it. I'm
Yeah,
just
there
like,
not but
Just-
he can just punch his bed.
Just put it over the bed.
He can just put a hole in it
small.
and make love to it and then punch it.
Just be Kyle.
Yeah,
I used to-
no.
When I used to get really pissed off, I used to just punch my thigh.
Yeah, that was a good way to get rid of anger.
And then the immediate pain.
Well, that might be why I got used to bruises.
Mm.
Mm.
The meme where y'all call me a masochist, but I'm like, no, just bruises are funny. It's different.
Oh yeah, the part where you put it's like, yeah, they're just funny. And we're all just like, okay. Listen, I've seen you do
Bruises
weird or
don't
worse
hurt.
shit.
Turn.
Bruises don't hurt.
No, I've seen you do weirder shit. Don't even go there with me.
Well, yeah, but maybe the weirder shit did hurt.
Yeah, but it was a darker time.
I've had some pretty dark times.
Yeah, I know. So I'm not going to bring it up exactly. But yeah, I watched you do shit in front of me that made me go, Jerry, I think you probably need help. In fact, I'm pretty sure I told you that. I'm like, hey, that's like bad.
No, so it was a novelty that if you like, there's like this layer of skin above the actual skin.
Oh, he's going to fucking talk about it, isn't he? Christ
Well, no,
have
because
mercy.
people did this all the time in high school. I don't know if people do this anymore, but it's just like,
What?
it's like if you push something against the very top of your skin, you can kind of get like this like little tiny bit, and it'll kind of like hook on there. And he watched me do
He's
it
talking
one
about putting
time.
push pins through his skin.
I mean, I have seen that as a thing that people do.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's not the strangest thing.
He just saw where it like went slightly too deep and started bleeding, and I was like, "Whoopsie!"
Mm.
And then he was like, this is fine. And
It
I'm
was
like,
fine.
exactly. And
It
I'm
was
blood
just
just-
suboptimal.
bro, so much suboptimal.
Kidding.
Now see there, I just spilled all the rumors.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's no rumor. It's just, it's a thing. It happened.
Facts.
If anyone was listening, they'd be like, "Oh, I've done worse."
Probably.
Maybe. Or they'll be like,
They're
that's
the
a
people
little
that
weird.
listen to podcasts, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
or anime podcasts or whatever. I mean, I guess we're not VTubers.
We're not
I don't know what
As
it
I
is.
say,
We're not
we're
VTubers
general
either.
Who
podcasters.
the fuck would listen to this?
I don't know.
People with-
Apparently
a very
people-
certain kind of person.
Apparently, people are doing it though. So
No.
people listen to us more than they watch us so far, which
I
is
mean, that
weird.
makes
What does
sense.
that mean?
I don't know.
People that listen
We have more
to,
downloads from the like.
YouTube music and shit.
Right?
Like if they listen to us on YouTube Music and
I don't know. YouTube Music. I don't think so. YouTube Music would be through the YouTube algorithm still, and it would show up on the YouTube page. We have like no views on the videos.
Mm.
I saw
Well-
that we have 14 views on the Christmas special.
Yeah. Well, I meant like consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I stopped posting for 2 weeks because the computer build and then the other computer build and the computer build again. Basically every weekend where I had to do something with the computers and I was too busy doing stuff than making the videos.
Wow.
And
And-
then
And Mr. Cohen over there never got around to.
I was
What is-
actually, so
what does help?
The every meme.
I was actually thinking about it too, like going through and like not editing the videos, but like trying. So the best way to gain viewership is to actually like make shorts out of your content.
Oh yeah,
So I was
100%.
thinking of like watching through and like just taking
Oh, my
bits
knees.
out and like making meme edits essentially.
And we had the perfect short of raging at each other, and we weren't recording.
Right.
Son of a bitch! All of our best content is off air. We're sorry.
Kind of. Not really. We have some okay stuff on there.
Well, I mean, like I feel like some of our best conversations are when we're just chilling outside and just bullshitting.
That's why this
Yeah,
this
that's
whole
why this
adventure
exists.
started.
I know.
I mean, shit. Me and him do that like every time, every Friday, every whatever.
You know,
Yeah.
Unless it's cold,
Unless it's cold.
and then we're just like, nah,
I don't
bye,
do that
fuck
cool
off.
shit. I'll stand out there when it's cold.
Nah, not when it's like
When we come back from like Jake's or something, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna go inside.
no. Sometimes, but Jerry cold is different from normal people cold,
Mm-hmm.
It's not Jerry approved temperatures.
right?
Yeah. Like if it's like,
Bro, this
60s.
weekend when we went to
Yeah,
pick
yeah.
up the drone, it was fucking freezing by the time we got to the destination.
Yeah.
Also, the wind was shit
It
whipping
was
his
31
Tesla
when I
around.
woke up.
I mean,
Well, I
shit.
was talking about yesterday though. Like it was like 60,
It
and
was
then
like
we
60
left.
when we left. And it was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Yes, it was 31 when I woke up yesterday.
Mm,
Dude, it's colder now than it was during like Christmas week.
yeah.
Like what the
It
actual
always
fuck?
is.
And it's going to get even colder on Wednesday. It's going to get a low of 14.
we
and
get
a high of
another-
21.
It's gonna be below freezing.
We get another February freeze, bro. It's just how this works every year.
Can't
now.
wait.
Are we gonna get snow or anything?
I have no
No, it's
idea.
cold.
Don't think so.
It's cold. No snow.
Son of a bitch.
It's going to be bright, sunny days that day, actually.
Nice.
You know, it's
That means the sky will be clear and I can fly the drones.
Probably be windy as all hell.
you know it's
drones, but yeah,
it's really weird when you're like it's like 14 degrees outside, but it's also really sunny. It actually feels kind of nice
yeah.
when you're out in the sun because you have the sun come down and it's just
The
like
sun is super hot.
So I've kind of decided, in a way,
Also, winter sun is more harsh
I
than the
sort of
summer
like
sun.
still cold.
What? Yeah,
Where
that's
I can,
what
like-
we're talking
where I
about.
can wear like a bunch of clothing and just kind of be in cold, but I'm like sheltered.
Mhm.
But as soon as the wind picks up, I'm like, I'm dying.
Well,
it
yeah, like
takes
I
your
can
warmth
literally
away
wear
from you.
nothing
Really
and
taking
still
damage.
cold. I could run out in these shorts and stuff and just be like a little bit nipply on the appendages, but like it's not bad. And the wind blows, and I'm like,
outside, then I can, no.
dude, fuck wind chill.
Yes. That's the worst.
Is like the feels like is never totally accurate either. It's just like, yes, I understand it feels like 26, but every time that wind comes in, it might as well be -2.
I mean, 26 is pretty fucking cold though.
it is indeed
Right.
pretty fucking cold.
Well, what is below 30 here? We don't know what that
Right?
is.
I mean, hell, it was fucking 70s and 80s last week.
Yeah. It was actually comfortable
Fuck
last
this
week.
bipolar weather.
It's crazy. I was like super duper cold, like below freezing for several days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like 70s and 80s, and now it's going to be below freezing for a whole day again.
Yep.
Like 3 days or 2 days?
Like 2 days.
Yeah.
It's gonna warm up on.
Is it? I thought it was going to be that one day.
No, it's gonna
No,
be it's
multiple.
gonna be like high 34 on the next day, and then
Oh,
it'll warm back up a little to like 50s on Friday.
I guess I was just perceiving that it's higher than the 20 something of the previous day.
17, right? Whatever,
I
whatever
think
the
it was like
teens
low
are for the low.
17, high
Yeah,
20
14.
something.
1
I
4.
have like 27 or something.
The temperature will be illegal.
Not allowed to be this cold in Texas. What the fuck?
No, definitely not. Fuck that.
Dude, I've been like every morning I've been waking up like super fucking cold.
It does get cold upstairs, but I kind of like it
Doesn't?
because I don't sweat in my bed.
Well, sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, no, I fixed the heater. Should be running upstairs too.
I've been having to sleep in my goddamn hoodie.
It's gonna be
fuck?
cold through
Blanket.
Saturday.
I have
So it's more days then.
Yeah.
Get thicker blankets.
I got a blanket and a comforter. It's still not fucking.
I use
My
a
dude,
sheet
what?
And then the Homestuck blanket, which is like super warm.
I need like a thermal blanket or some shit.
Why not?
Do you have a down
Get
comforter?
You're
a
bigger than me. Why are you like dying?
go get an electric
Right.
blanket from Walmart. They're like maybe $20, and you can just fucking crank a dial and there's heat.
That's fair.
And they're like, I mean, they're yeah.
I thought
I don't
usually
use
came down
those.
here with an electric blanket.
Only old people use those.
I actually used to use this when I was a kid. I had
Old
it cranked
people.
up all the way, so at night I'd be waking up sweating. And I'm like, this is right.
Dude,
this
We
is good.
only use heat pads, not actual blankets.
No, I was burning up, and I'm like,
Dude,
this is
up-
good. This is
Up in
correct.
Michigan, basically everybody uses them.
Well, yeah, because it's cold.
My mom got me these fucking cheap, like, heated socks once, but they were the shittiest socks ever. It was like, it's like it has had like a filament running through it or something,
Yeah.
Yeah,
and it was like they were all clumped together. So there'd just be like this one spot on one of my toes that was really warm. It would like run along one part of my foot or some shit.
That's wild.
And it's
funny.
just like wearing this is fucking bad. It's uncomfortable.
Beautiful.
I don't even know what happened. Maybe I trashed them. Who knows?
Probably, or
Probably,
destroyed them by wearing them.
I think like the more I wore them, the more everything centralized, and I was like, "This is useless now."
That's pretty bad.
Oof.
When I need to
They
get some
wouldn't, like,
long
stitch them
john.
Oh, and then a lot of the things would like the filaments would get pushed down to the toes, so like it'd be baking my toes, and my foot would still be cold.
Oof.
Yeah, dang. That's rough.
What about them TOG ratings? Dude, I can't find any of those socks anywhere.
Ah,
Other than because that was at one of the WalMarts.
yeah, that was
It's not our local one. It was a different one, right?
I think it was a one.
You said a damn again. Oh well.
Eh,
Yeah.
it's all DFW.
Ba ba ba.
If people really paid attention.
Well, I censored it last time.
There we go.
I guess I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna fucking do it again.
What are we
That's
doing
what's up.
again? What?
Not doxing ourselves exactly.
Oh yeah, we dox ourselves all the fucking time.
No, we don't.
As far as
Yeah.
raw footage goes, we dox ourselves all the time.
Not all the time. It was only last
You
episode
found
that I
out
edited.
location.
Yeah,
And this one.
like we say like what city we're in like every other podcast.
No, we've only
We
done
say
it once.
Dallas,
I thought.
DFW.
Yeah, we usually say Dallas.
We try to, yeah.
The only time we were talking about last time was we were talking about drones and stuff, and we got real deep into it.
I mean, as long as we don't tell people exactly where we live, it should be okay.
Also,
Not really.
it's not really relevant because who the fuck is gonna come hunt us down?
Not right
You
now.
never
The
know
thing
where
is-
this
We
podcast
still got
could
20
go.
episodes to go,
10
baby.
years from now, someone's gonna
you're right.
pop off, and then someone on 4chan is gonna get mad, and they're gonna dig this up.
True. I mean, what about my
4chan?
obviously since Trump can run, I'm gonna try to run for president. Fucking, I'm done. I'm gonna go throw.
So what you're saying is I need to
100,000.
commit a bunch of crimes and then run for president.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna commit, but I'm gonna commit the good crimes.
You just gotta be like a city governor or something first, or I don't know.
No,
No,
anybody can run for
there's no-
president.
anybody
Something
can
of
run.
some renown.
Well,
You can do
nobody
anybody.
didn't do shit.
Some random ass
Trump
hope.
was of renowned. He was a bajillionaire.
Yeah, but he didn't fucking.
He wasn't
Wasn't
political.
in any government or anything. He could do, yeah.
He was only known because he was a fucking media personality.
Exactly. He knew how to work
The
media.
Apprentice.
Yeah, but that counts.
Vote
It does.
Markiplier
But
for
again,
president.
anybody could be president.
True. I mean,
As
all
Trump proves.
I gotta do is just run as the new Republican in 4 years. Well, I can't run because I'd have to. Well, no, yeah, Trump can't
It's so
run
funny
again.
too, because like
If he doesn't do anything weird before then.
it's funny because you mentioned that because like news media asked him, like, would you endorse your Vice President Vance to run for 2028? And he's like, no.
Wow.
Trump has been throwing Vance under the bus.
I think it's because again,
Right.
Vance is one of the most reasonable people around
Yeah.
him.
And that's not saying much.
I don't know. Like I,
I
said,
did watch
I
the
watched
speech where he trashed on the EU.
who Vance.
Yeah. It
What
was
did he
pretty
trash
funny.
about on him about?
He went over there and he called them out on all the you know how you've heard shit about like how in Britain you can get arrested for like Facebook posts or something like
Oh
that.
yeah, all the non-free speech.
He
stuff.
he like called out some shit in like every country that was kind of like that.
Mhm.
Like some dude got arrested for praying for like 2 minutes outside of an abortion clinic or something like that.
Weird.
I mean, it's so funny too, because like people like say America first, and I remember some Chinese ambassadors like America's first in what? Fucking obesity deaths, more
But dude, the
Yeah,
fucking bombs he
abortion,
dropped was saying
etc.
stuff like, we fucking democracy and free speech won. We fucking won the Cold War." And now like what's going on here now?
Right.
Dude,
Like,
the,
it
amount of,
doesn't look a lot like we're doing the stuff we did when we were winning.
Not anymore.
the amount of other countries that'd be so much better if they had free speech, though. We're
Yeah.
like the only ones that have it in writing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other countries that have free speech actually.
Like actually in writing.
I
Well, that's the
believe
thing
so.
too. It's like we say free speech, but our speech has limits.
It's
there are
still
things-
free though.
People
There are
have
things we
much
can't say, and there's
stricter
things we can't
limits.
do that that our speech is curtailed in some sentences.
Yeah, but it's worse in other places if you can
Yeah.
get fine. If you can.
And I won't say it's not, but I'm saying like we don't have mythical unlimited free speech.
Well, nobody does in the entirety of the world, unless you are a warlord and you have guns in your own small army,
Yeah, basically.
or if you're a bajillionaire.
Yeah, but like,
Yeah.
are we so good because of free speech? Or are we so good because we're a landlocked mega country that fucking just has lots of resources and people?
Yeah.
What? We're not landlocked.
I meant to say like locked away from everyone else.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing
Eh.
too. Our power comes from our separation.
True.
Yeah, like we can point to any one thing and be like, look, if y'all just had this, you'd be as cool as us. But it's like they wouldn't be.
It's like
We're China big.
the only speech
Mhm.
that's
Well-
limited here is like what, defamation and
Violence.
Well,
yeah,
now we're getting
defamation
into
and
kind of like
defamation and
calls to
libel.
violence.
now we're getting to kind of like civil.
Whether libel
versus
is
federal.
spoken or libel is written. I don't know. Fucking J. Jonah Jameson said
Because
this.
it's what it's
I feel
libel
like
and
civil's
slander.
different.
Yeah, well, libel, defamation, slander.
Libel is as the word the libel part is written, and like slander and stuff is spoken. As far as I know, technically you could still slander. Slandering is just slandering somebody's
Is
like
that federal or
person.
civil?
Federal. Well,
So
Slander?
like, well, no, it's a civil matter. If
Yeah.
somebody's like defaming you, it's a civil matter that you take to the courts.
right.
And
Defamation
usually, depending on who you are, those can be easier or more difficult to prove. Like if you're a celebrity, then the bar for like proving slander, defamation, etc., that's much higher because you're a celebrity, you're a public figure, so you don't have as much protections per se.
Yeah, it's all public.
Versus a private individual, if somebody just comes out and randomly starts defaming you for something you didn't do, you have a much stronger case because you're not a celebrity, you're not a public figure, you don't have.
Yeah, they're
know.
bringing like somewhat non-public. They're bringing either lies or non-public information, and they're causing you material harm.
Well, the
Yeah.
non-public information I don't think matters.
It kind of does.
No,
I mean, if
because
it's damaging to the reputation, it could.
well, if it's that only matters if it's false.
Because
It has to be false. If it's truthful, if it comes out that it's truthful, they don't get it.
The thing is, they can say things that are damaging to your reputation, but then defend against it if it's already just public knowledge that just wasn't being expressed as much. I guess you
if
can
it,
argue in court like, I didn't defame him. This is public knowledge already. It's publicly available.
again, if it's true, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If even if it's private, if it's true and you got the information, I believe it
Listen.
has to be false to be defamation. Also, there's an intent piece if you like intend to cause harm or something like that.
Intent.
Because intent is part of, fucking 9/10 of the law or whatever. Intent's a big chunk of
Yeah.
law.
So, to prove a successful defamation claim, the plaintiff must show that the defendant published a false statement that
There's the
defamed the
false part.
plaintiff,
Yep.
and with the requisite degree of fault regarding the statement's truth and said damages. So
yeah, like I said, if it's true, doesn't matter. It gets thrown out.
It was like the big point that we're trying to make here is that it's like we have free speech, but we don't have fully free speech.
Yeah, like I said, nobody
Federally,
does.
we do. Civilly, we don't. But also federally, we kind of don't because you can't say like certain things about presidents and such. And
I mean, you
Yeah,
can say
you
anything
can't-
about your president. You can't like
No.
threaten them. You can't
Yeah.
say I'm going to do X, Y, and Z to something, something, something. I'm trying to be real.
Minecraft.
in my
I'm not even gonna go
Yeah, you can't even say that either, technically, but yeah.
because then you get investigated by the FBI for threats against the president.
I'm playing the
other people,
federal
etc.
mod.
Most of us here are probably on lists anyway.
Are you?
No.
I'm not.
I'm not.
Excuse you, sir.
Y'all are federal.
I've been exonerated.
I've-
Although you almost fucked it up.
Oh, I definitely put you on a list. Just
Nah.
based on my internet search history.
No.
No.
I'm actually curious. Like, if you just go to like an AI chat website, does that just immediately put you on a list?
No.
No, not like
probably not.
ChatGPT.
Presumably
like,
not.
Like the actual like anime girl chat websites.
What list would that
Probably
put you on?
Right?
I don't know. Why don't
who
you go
fucking
browse through the
cares?
cards on those sites?
Huh?
Why don't you go look what kind of cards are on those sites?
I-
What are they, hentai?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I assume some of them are lolis, is that's what you're
I was
saying.
about to say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, it's AI,
probably not a
it's
list
fake,
the
it's not
FBI is
real.
really watching.
Right.
Because I mean, they look
I'm
for
just
bigger
like,
fries.
The FBI could probably bag so many people if they started skulking some of these like AI character sites that are.
Well,
popping up.
remember the FBI got caught, running 3% of the CP sites in existence.
Yeah, they were like literally distributing it, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to catch people, it's
Catch
legal,
people. Yeah.
quote unquote.
You know, the thing about like memes and shit on the internet, which one do you guys think is more likely? Do you have a Chinese spy assigned to you or an FBI spy assigned to you?
Chinese.
Both. But yeah,
I don't think I have an FBI
Chinese.
spy, but Chinese. for
Chinese
sure.
because there's literally more of them than there are of us.
As I say, the information, like
Bro,
theoretically,
you're
we're
on
bigger-
TikTok. You already have one,
Yeah, you have a good point.
You know, the feds have a good opportunity here.
huh?
Actually, this is a terrible idea.
You're-
I was gonna say there's that absolutely terrible shit that you were just saying, like the shit they were running.
Right?
yeah.
I'm like, they could literally just replace all that with AI generated bullshit now,
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
and still catch probably the same amount of people.
yeah, probably.
probably. But then they're not doing something illegal.
That'd be
Technically,
definitely.
Yeah,
that is illegal because
It's not really the CIA
think
if
if you-
not breaking
I
the
think-
law.
Nope.
I think if you use AI to create content, I think it is
That's
still
FBI.
illegal.
Nope, because it's not a
considered
real
artwork.
thing. It's not a real
No,
person.
I believe there's been court cases about that recently.
I bet
don't know, I
it could be
checked.
illegal.
I don't think so.
Like I said,
Because
I
it
think- I
has
think
to
it's-
be a
I think
thing. It
it's-
has to
I
be
think
a
it's
person.
thing.
Because if it is, then that opens the road for any lowly stuff is bad.
Well, think about it this way: Shadman's allowed to get and do the stuff that he's allowed to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Because
saying. It's art.
It's true.
You,
No,
you
based
can't
on, I don't know. I don't know where these sites are based. I was gonna say based on the shit I see on
Dark
AI websites, I'm just like, are they just getting away with it?
probably
Nah, because they ban people if the pictures are too weird.
true.
Shadman is based.
Something.
He's definitely something else.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know. I'm not up to date on Shadman. I used to think he was based, and then I heard some weird shit, but I haven't heard anything recently.
I mean, the same shit that you always hear about him. Just like the kind of art that he makes is just like, this isn't a very gray area.
I just remember laughing. The first art I ever saw from him was like some people. It was like back when there was originally the Beyond Meat burgers and stuff, and it's like two dudes at a restaurant. One's eating a Beyond Meat burger, and this dude just starts growing huge tits
Anyways, so
because that was back on the memes about like there being like
Estrogen.
yeah estrogen in the
Probably.
burgers.
mhm.
They'd be like, bro, eat my burger.
So as I follow up to the question, so it depends on the state. I'm saying this is from a criminal defense lawyer in Illinois. Illinois passed a bill criminalizing AI-generated CP, including deepfakes and other things of that nature. So yes, if you were to generate AI imagery,
Yes, but you can challenge that federally on, I guess, first.
it's a class 3 felony. Up to 2 to 5 years prison sentence. Because that's the thing, it's state, it's not federal. These are
Yeah, I
state
know,
charges.
but you challenge it. It goes up.
It'll go to the state Supreme Court. It won't go further.
You can keep appealing all the way to the Supreme Court.
Because, like, at what point do we draw a line?
So the
'Cause everything, like, reality is kind of like becoming like
Not real.
Boom.
not
Federal
real.
law. FBI is warning the public that CSAM created with AI and artificial generative intelligence, etc., is illegal. So, per FBI, it is illegal. Federal law.
I feel like
limits
you
the production,
shouldn't get-
advertisement, transportation, distribution, etc., etc., etc. Any CSAM, including realistic computer-generated images. So, boom, federally illegal.
Because I
On the
feel like
books.
we need to draw this line, but I feel like you probably shouldn't get as big of a sentence as if it's real because I don't know.
It's still
So-
still CSAM, whether it's
so-
real or not.
the other problem with this is that it is AI generation. So what if you're trying to do something else and then boom, there's a child? It's like you didn't intend it to be there, but it's AI generation. So
Right.
I guess get better
You have to
AI.
be really fucking careful with keywords.
True.
That's the thing too. It's like, yeah, image generation is a weird fucking thing.
Right. I don't know.
You
I
never
don't
know
think
what's
you
gonna
should.
associate with words.
I don't
Right.
think you should for AI. I think it's bullshit because it is whatever it is, and also, I think the theory is it's the woe is the children and for the children and all that. Obviously, like, oh, somebody's gonna do this and look at this or
Mhm.
generate this on purpose. That they're gonna do these things. They have these thoughts, whatever. But that's not necessarily true. 1, 2. There's people that probably think and do worse things in real life.
So there's two. So they list two cases here. In November of 2023, a child psychiatrist in North Carolina was sentenced to 40 years in prison, followed by 30 years of supervised
Bro.
release for sexual exploitation of a minor and using AI to create CSAM images of minors.
But he
Wait,
actually
was
did
that in
something to
conjunction
somebody.
with like doing it?
He said sexual assault of a minor. So he
Sexual
was-
exploitation.
Yeah, same thing. Which
So
usually means
regarding the use
taking
of AI,
pictures.
evidence showed the psychiatrist used web-based AI applications to alter images of actual clothed minors into CSAM.
Mm.
So,
well, that's kind of fucked.
yeah,
Interesting,
normal
yeah.
images of children converted with AI.
Interesting that they got him on a physical charge on that though.
And then
I'm telling you, the shit I've seen with AI, like it's gonna get crazy.
It's already crazy.
and in
gonna
the
get
same-
worse.
It's already crazy.
And in the same month, a federal jury convicted
What's gonna
Pittsburgh,
happen when it's easier and faster?
It's already easy.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
they're
what
ma-
about when it's easier? What about when people can just, I don't know, generate shit on the fly on their phone?
They already
That-
can. It-
Shut up.
Is it?
it's already you have Gemini, don't you?
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
I can literally go to
It's safer.
No, no,
Copilot.
but that goes through third party servers. When people can do this shit like completely
locally?
privately-
yeah, he's like local full.
Oh no,
on
a lot
phone
of people
kind
aren't going to do it locally because most people aren't going to get into it like that,
Mhm.
unless
That's
there's
what I'm
apps.
saying.
But there's apps.
If we get to a point where
the
it's easy,
application of it, yeah.
if
Well,
you can run an AI
you
locally
can
on
already
your
use
phone,
ChatGPT as an app on your phone.
I mean, that's true, but
connects to third party
it also
servers.
has. Yeah,
It doesn't matter though. It still runs on your phone. It's still as local as you need it to
Yeah,
be.
but there's
Yeah,
usually
but you can't
safeguards
do
in
harmful
place.
shit with that.
You
It'll get blocked. You'll get banned.
Unless you jailbreak it, which there are guides out there to jailbreaking.
If you jailbreak it, you'll get
AIs.
banned.
Do you?
If you just try to do bad stuff, it'll like say no.
Mhm.
If you jailbreak it successfully often enough, they'll catch on and they'll ban you.
Hmm.
I think.
I would assume so. I don't know.
So like the easiest way that I've seen people
Somebody will sell eventually. Like
But
I'm
what
sure
I was
local.
saying is
Or
you're like,
more
people aren't
local.
gonna get into it.
Oh,
That
yeah.
I'm like, if AI gets to a point where you can just fucking run it locally on your phone, people will start doing some really fucking weird shit.
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's the same weird
People
people
are
that are
weird.
already doing it already, probably
Mm-hmm.
like you.
No,
Yes,
I generate furry shit.
that's the same thing.
I mean,
It's more cultured.
So one of
Yeah, it's
Is
cultured,
it?
David.
I don't think
Mm.
so.
It's high. Oh,
Listen, my
you wouldn't
anime girls,
understand.
my anime girls would
I
like
generate
to fight your
anime
furries.
girls too.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
so,
So can I generate anime CP and it's fine?
It's no.
It's not real people and it's not real
are they 800
things.
years old?
Do what?
Are they 800 years old?
I mean,
Yes.
yes.
You just add the keyword to the generation 800 years old.
Well, so it's funny that you say that. Whenever I was doing stuff with Midjourney, like I think it's something that was suggested was lollies, and I was like, okay, let's see what this is like, and I was like, I feel wrong.
But I mean, legally, that's fine because it's
Well, I mean,
art.
hentai exists, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's art. So anime is art. As long as it's not real people, it's fine, I guess. Because hentai, that's the thing is, when you draw a line like that, whenever people are doing the art thing, then like you have issues, and that is a violation of First Amendment. Actually, at that point, because it's freedom of expression and art, especially. I mean, the argument is the problem is like depending on admin. Current admin is, you know, super trad household fucking Christian whatever, or they say they are.
Yeah, they are.
You know, who knows if they actually are? Probably not most.
I mean,
of the
Trump
time.
is like how many times divorced and how many times did he cheat on his wives, etc.
Yeah, who knows? But
The
still,
answer is yes.
Yeah.
So like, you know, that the current admin will push stuff like that, but I mean that's clear violation of your First Amendment still. Generating, you know, CP whatever from fucking actual people like that person deserved something. I don't.
They got like 70 years.
Yeah.
Well, 40 years and then 30 years of supervised release, but
Right. I still don't understand the. I mean, they got the, whatever the objectification charge or whatever, or the, I forgot which charge it was, but yeah,
exploitation.
yeah, child exploitation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I still would assume he.
I also think too, they were child psychologists, which means they had access to children.
Oh, of course.
So I can understand there being a much higher charge because I mean,
I guess that makes sense.
That's a person in a position of extreme trust.
Right. Well, not only that, it's also a person that you know has access to all these things.
Yeah.
It's like a person
Still.
in power and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Not really in power, but yeah.
Well, no, there's a power imbalance between them and the child that they're the psychologist for.
I guess.
I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, that's why, like, you know, bosses and, you know, secretaries, there's a power imbalance. I mean, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Power imbalances exist.
It's that whole thing where like the most likely positions you're gonna find like sociopaths in is gonna be like higher up in like police
They're
departments.
going to be CEOs. Or, yeah.
It's places that they have power over other people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Power dynamics exist, man, and there are things people must be conscious of.
Everybody's a sub or a dom.
Yeah, we just need more bandwidth.
It's what does that mean?
So there was the old meme. I think it was potentially in relation to Neuralink or something.
Mm.
Oh, I think I was watching the Joe Rogan podcast a long time ago, like one of the first times he had Elon Musk,
Oh no.
back before all the bad things started happening.
Mm-hmm.
It was like around when I first heard about Neuralink, and he was talking about like he's like, in a way, if you think about it, like we kind of already are cyborgs,
Oh no.
but our bandwidth to our cybernetic connection is really low because it's limited to this screen and what we can type onto it.
Mm-hmm.
So the ultimate goal of like Neuralink is to eventually just increase the bandwidth to where we don't have to just look at a screen
Yeah.
and type on it.
Human augmentation.
You think and it's there.
Because supposedly the next step would be the Neuralink, and it would be literally just phone, but without have fun.
I
Phone and
suppose.
brain.
Well, that's the thing too. Neuralink.
see,
as
there's
it
an
is right now
anime
is
about
read
this.
only.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, it's going to be medical first.
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, how it's designed, it doesn't send signals back. It reads signals that it then processes. So it can't. So yeah, isn't it?
Oh.
Yeah.
I see what you're saying now.
I was just saying, yeah, the interface cannot control you.
Exactly. It can't send you back
Theoretically.
information that you can process.
Theoretically.
It can't send me ads.
Exactly. No ads in your sleep.
Theoretically. Again, I'm going to have to say.
Was that the first episode of Futurama?
It was one of the earlier ones.
Bro, it always comes up. We watched a movie about it, the one where the dude's controlled by the chip in his, back,
Yeah.
and that was interesting. And, it had safeguards that it disabled.
Yeah. That it had him disabled.
Yes. Well, I mean, first it had him
On
disabled.
those controllers over there.
Cyberpunk is coming sooner than you think it is.
What is it? I saw it looking at the light. I don't know what the fuck it thinks it's going to do to the light.
Nothing.
I don't know. I mean, seeing that the quadriplegic using Neuralink, I mean, it seems he's taken to it quite well. And it's interesting to see, his control,
Bro, what if
ability to play games and such.
Yeah.
what if people get to Neuralinks and then they start Neuralink hacking and then they figure out that there is like some weird bypass to like controlling different functions and those people just start like force coming people. Just
It's like if I
It might not
recall,
even be what you're thinking. It might be like you hack someone's Neuralink, and then in reality, it's like hacking someone's account. Like you hack their Neuralink, and then you have access to their brain phone, and you can just start sending nudes or hot singles in your area and to everyone on their friends list.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing is like they hack it and just see a feed of like because that's going to be another like concerning thing is
No, it doesn't. It's read only. Remember?
yeah, but because it's read only doesn't mean that somebody else can't read from whatever it sees,
But also,
depending on how it works.
the data has to be trained to recognize said signals to understand what you're trying to do. So if somebody just got to read for the data, it doesn't matter because it's useless to them because they don't have the training.
So I guess each individual
Maybe.
person's brain is kind of like an encryption key. 'Cause we're all different.
In that sense, yeah.
If it works that way,
Presumably,
It's got to be standardized.
because
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
like they
You
had
can't mass produce it.
because like they have them like they read the signals, tell them, hey, move the mouse, kind of thing, and then they move the mouse or
From,
don't.
Yeah, raise the energy sword.
but,
Fire the right hand AC weapon.
Right.
from what I've heard though, the guy that has the implants and is playing video games though, he's actually stated that like it feels like he's hacking because like his
As
aim
soon as
is
you
just-
can think it, it works.
yeah, like there is no there's no delay between you thinking it and like your hand doing stuff. It's just immediate.
Hmm.
And like he has like insane accuracy and shit like that. It's like he has aimbot, but he's
He said it's like having aimbot, but it was like a lot slower than a real aimbot.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the thing you're talking about, and he was saying it kind of like a merry way, where it's like, it feels like having an aimbot, just because he's not actually doing it like with his hand.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, it was quick, but it wasn't like human quick. I don't think.
Yeah, but like just wait a few years of him just
Oh, no,
keep
yeah.
on playing. He's
I'm-
probably
Gotta increase the
get-
polling rate.
I'm certainly curious about what's going to happen eventually.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's the advancements in neuromedical science coming are gonna be real interesting to see.
I've been saying for 15 years, I'm waiting for brain in a jar tech, and after brain in a jar tech, I want to be put in a cyborg body.
My robot body.
You'd be waiting a long time for that.
Just put me in a jar and let me watch anime.
Yeah, let me.
I need to I need to finish One Piece.
Oof.
If Neuralink doesn't get good enough, just put me in a jar.
All right, Jerry, I have some papers for you to sign.
No, no.
You can be my first. Me and you can join
I don't think
together.
You have the brain jar tech.
I can put your brain in a jar.
You can't just fucking plug my jar into a 5090 and be like, it's so technologically advanced.
I mean,
I
I
paid
can.
$3,000. It's got to be good for something.
Correct. I can put your brain in the jar, and then I can add your brain as VRAM, and I'll have more memory.
Oh my God.
100 terabytes of VRAM.
Yeah.
After
Nah,
about like,
joke's on you. My memory's terrible.
Yeah, I know your memory's trash, but
It's all
it's fine.
corrupted.
in like 3 or 4 days after you hook his brain up, you just see a text document that just says "kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me."
I'll be like, that's just normal. That's just some bugs. Exit out of it. No. I'll hook your brain up in a jar in my giant robot. You'll be part of the AI system. It'll be cool.
This may be acceptable.
We'll rule the world. You'll have your robot buddy, and I'll have my AI I need.
No, yeah, that sounds about
And it
right.
works.
Oh no, this is gonna be Psychopath.
No.
Look, all I need
Wow.
is to live forever.
No. Not for me. I ain't doing that.
You know what?
He was saying psychopaths.
Oh, yeah.
I'm at the brains in the jar, brain supercomputer
Mhm.
of bad people.
Was that an anime or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. I have the Blu-rays of both seasons. All,
Huh.
yep, two.
I mean, I'd rather be stuck in a giant fucking Gundam suit than whatever the fuck was going on in Psychopaths.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, but when psychopaths, you're part of the collective.
it's a peaceful society, man.
Yeah,
I don't want
peaceful.
to. I don't want it.
Listen, but you get to control the robot body once in a while, and you get to do fucked up shit, and everybody else agrees.
Agrees.
Yeah.
I'm good.
The psychopath thing is everybody that's essentially like a psychopath in the universe gets all their brains jarred and then stuck, and then they become a part of the giant supercomputer that powers the entire society. It's neat.
Why? Why?
I don't know.
psychopaths?
Well, because
I don't know.
psychopaths can't be measured by the system.
Yeah.
That's how the canon of how it works. They use like a social credit, but also brain scan monitoring to monitor if you're gonna do bad shit. And
We
so
can't
like
monitor you, so we're gonna turn you into a resource.
Yeah,
correct.
basically.
Because they're like, well,
Fair.
you register as 0 or you register as being fine, but you can commit like mass murder and not like be affected at all. Literally psychopath, basically.
Yeah.
And then they're like, cool. So we're gonna use you, and the computer is gonna train off of the fact that your brain does this, so that we we get more processing power, and also there will be less of these theoretically.
Yeah.
I feel like both me and David would probably get flagged in the system.
Nah, it's fine. I won't.
It's
I
like
definitely thought
abnormal
crimes, but no.
readings just constantly.
It'll be like, for me, like something will happen and my fucking shit will spike. It'll be like thought crime, and then it'll just go back to normal.
Oh no, I was saying like some shit's gonna happen and they're just gonna see it as like, so your percentage barely fucking moved. It should have moved more than this. Something's
yeah.
wrong here.
Something massively inconvenient is gonna happen to me, and I'll be like, "Yep, it's another day," and they'll be like, as the psychs talk to
Follow
me,
us, sir.
as the psychs talk to me, so like, you didn't really feel anything about it. I'm like, man, shit happens, bro. It's life.
Be a slight pinch. Don't worry.
Does this smell like chloroform? uh,
You wake up in a white padded cell. You're just like, how
you
the
wake up as a brain in a jar, motherfucker. What do you mean?
well, you wake up in the padded
wanna-
cell first, or you're waiting for
You don't
transit
wanna wake up
into
in the white
brain
room. That
jar.
means the anesthetic wore off.
No, you
Right.
they just go straight to brain in a jar.
Yeah.
They
Shit.
They fucking
Just
go straight to
zoop.
go. You don't even you don't even collect your $200. You just fucking go full circle, straight to go, back
Mhm.
again.
We're gonna be jar mates.
We'll be computer mates. We are the computer.
That's gross.
You're just gonna increase the level of
Sharing a jar
degeneration.
with someone as a brain.
I was
Well, it's
saying,
not
like,
all
our
one.
jars are
So
next to
each of the
other.
jars are separate, but they're interconnected,
Oh, okay.
as in like through
Interlinked.
like Ethernet, basically.
My
Yeah,
joke
like-
was that they're gonna find us at around the same time, and you're just like, "Hey, buddy, I see you right next to me."
Like that's as soon as I get plugged in, that's the first thing that comes up. Fuck.
Y'all be more efficient together because you already know how he thinks.
I'd just be sitting there, as like, "All right, David, following your lead, help me take over the system."
As I say, y'all are fighting against a lot of other psychopaths.
True.
I'll say every psychopath would be like, "I'm gonna take over the system."
Right.
Also true. I bet.
It's not
Listen,
a fight y'all can win.
I'll take my robot body once a week. It's fine. You robot privileges are denied.
Son of a bitch.
Uh,
I mean, he wouldn't kill anyone. He just like wouldn't clean really either.
who him?
What the fuck would we?
Well, what do
clean?
the robots do?
We're
Are they not servants?
No.
police drones and shit.
What the fuck?
The
Make psychopaths into the police force.
the
The
fucking
current police force.
the director of the police is the brain in a jar that is rented out at the current time,
Yeah.
and it's a psychopath, usually.
Hunting down other psychopaths.
Yeah.
Have you not seen our current police force?
Also true.
You mean my family?
You only have one, right?
Kind of. I mean, Bill was also.
I doubt your parents are that bad, but like just like looking up
Yeah.
the news and shit, like there's some really bad cops out there.
There's a lot of bad
Yeah.
cops. And they push out the good cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the
Yeah.
good cops try and report them. And then they get shut down every which way.
And then they also make it so that some of the good cops, like they find like the good cops are just like, well, there's no way around this. I guess I'm gonna have to join them now.
Well, it's
Nah.
that or quit. Most of them quit,
Quit or get killed in the line of duty or some other bad things happen.
or they get threatened to the family.
Yeah. Yeah. Some bad shit happens to good cops.
Yeah, Jay.
Well, you mean like when I got held hostage and then used as blackmail against my mom?
I don't remember that.
Do what?
That was when I got
that
like
the school?
arrested in Sweeney for no reason.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah.
And then he tried to be like, "Wait, I know your name. Your mom didn't hire me at Bay City."
And you're like, damn. The whole time where you're just
Damn,
sitting there,
that's supposed to suck.
as soon as he said that, were you thinking about? You're like, I wonder why. That's funny.
I guess.
Yeah, right.
And he kept trying to call her to like, I don't know, I guess blackmail it. He wanted to like blackmail her to get hired there in exchange for like not fully arresting me or something.
Damn. So he tried to do the
I
corrupt
didn't really do
slice
anything.
thing.
Like, I was basically just being given a ride home by someone from work, and then they pulled him over for not using a blinker, like right outside my street, pretty much.
Oh, was it not your DUI? It was a different thing.
No, that
Oh.
was just like they pulled someone else over for not using a blinker, and then they like pulled a joint out of my bag.
Oh.
that
Yeah,
they
that's
planted.
a Fourth Amendment
I was
violation.
like, I wasn't even doing anything.
That's an unauthorized search and seizure of your property. That was
Yeah.
a first Fourth Amendment
Well,
violation.
I mean, that guy didn't get hired for a reason.
No, well, he is the cop that we're talking about.
Right, he got hired somewhere
literally.
else. So that's the thing too. Anytime a bad cop gets investigated, they just move to a new fucking precinct and they just
Yes.
get rehired. It happens too fucking
They just
often.
literally go a
They're
county over.
literally- I really wish.
By the way, I need to say for the record, the blackmail didn't work. I just went to jail instead.
Not only that, but there's
a
time,
day.
it's just like
Yeah, the whole
2 week
thing.
suspension, and that's it.
Well, that too. Honestly, there really needs to be like a
Administrative leave.
national fucking
Administrative
database
paid leave.
of cops who do bad shit so they can't be rehired.
You know what you literally just said is what Donut Operator says. The guy who covers all the police shootings and stuff. He literally says that. He's like, no, these fuckers that do this bad shit should go on a registry and shouldn't be able to be hired any fucking where else.
I
And
agree.
I'm like,
Because again, they'll just jump
Yeah.
county, they'll just jump city, they'll get rehired, and they
Yep.
just keep on doing their bad shit. It happens too
Isn't
fucking
there a thing
often.
where
yes.
they all just slowly start clustering together? Like that's how you get some of these counties out there that are like
Yes.
sheriff counties.
yes.
Maybe.
You'd think that'd be treated like government jobs, where if you get fired from one place,
a
you just
government
can't
job.
get a fucking government job again.
Well,
That's not how that works.
Well, that's also city, but it's also city level based. So
But also, even federally, if you get fired from a federal job, you can still get another federal job somewhere else. That's not a thing.
yeah, you might be under increased scrutiny.
No,
I
shit.
get it.
No,
Not
no,
doing
no.
murder.
Certain federal places will hire you because you fucked up. Remember? Fucking, we literally covered something about. I don't remember if we talked about it, but like, was it the CIA or something? Where the dude was like literally he got fired from one of his previous positions. It was the people who released all the hacker software, that division. I forgot what it was. I don't remember if we talked about it on the podcast. We talked about it some other time. But basically, that whole team, the guy was like a piece of shit the whole time. He was like essentially assaulting his coworkers, all this other stuff. And he got fired from a position doing the same thing, but then got hired by either the CIA or somewhere else. And then he leaked the fucking the one of the bigger hacker tools that has existed in the last like 10 years or 5 years. It was from their program. I don't remember what it was called. It was called like Lighthouse, Searchlight, something like that. Some weird shit.
Mm,
It's a very deep like spy tool
a
thing.
whistleblower.
Huh? No, it wasn't a whistleblower. He
he's
just was
leaking
distributing
secrets.
software, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was CIA special software.
I struggling to remember. The software kind of triggered a memory, but I just can't.
Yeah, I was
remember.
Yeah,
gonna say,
But
no,
but
I
long
don't-
story short, he had been fired from other government positions before for sexually assaulting and like being a piece of shit, all this other stuff, and he just got hired by them.
It's also the CIA. Their standards are probably different.
Yeah, but for a super top secret fucking hacker
Like, they
program
background
initiative
checked him.
thing, like where his background
Yes.
should be checked extremely scrutinized, like
You say
hard.
that, and then we have the fucking Doge kids.
They don't even have a clearance.
I know.
It's different.
And
This
they get
guy
classified
got
information.
clearance is the problem.
Yeah.
He should have got clearance.
You're telling me Big Balls has clearance?
I
He's
mean,
intern, but he doesn't have official.
I was gonna say,
The
oh yeah,
president
that's
can
right,
give
because he
intern.
wrote. Didn't the president write him clearance?
I think they've issued them all interim, as far as I know. I don't know whether they have like full clearance, but interim still gets you access, so it doesn't really matter. Also, considering that they've already published classified information,
Right.
so
Oh, just to hit on
probably
one thing we
still out
talked about
there.
earlier, Kanye was selling fucking Nazi shirts.
didn't Kanye buy a Super Bowl ad time slot and post
Yes.
that?
Yeah, he bought the Super Bowl ad slot for his website, and in the front, like on the homepage of the website,
Did
was
he
gonna
just
sell
one
his
item.
pull
swastika
in the
shirts.
ad?
Huh?
I saw like a small cut of the ad, and he was just like, it was like recorded on a phone. He's like,
I think he was in
spent
his
all the
dentist
money."
office.
Was it?
I believe that's what
All
people
I
said.
just saw a few seconds of it. He was just like on his phone. He's like, yeah, I spent all the ad money on blah blah blah, so I gotta record it like this.
Weird.
Yeah, and then he only had one product on the page.
Yep.
A single white shirt with a swastika on it. For
Yep.
$30?
That's not that
Yeah,
expensive.
Preston was telling me he should have bought it for like the meme value that'll sell for later.
True.
Shopify took it down pretty quickly.
I bet that people tried to buy it, but it probably never shipped.
Probably not.
Mm,
Shopify just refunded everybody.
that would be funny.
Shopify just
no.
put everyone on a list.
Banned.
Just submitted it, and like everyone that purchased one, just submit the whole list to the FBI or some shit.
Right.
Right. FBI.
FBI
Does
don't
the
give a
FBI have the domestic terror division? Probably.
Yes.
FBI
FBI's the one who
to
handles
investigate local
domestic
stuff. The
Yes.
CIA is supposed to be abroad.
Only
Yes.
abroad.
CIA is actually supposedly not allowed to operate on America.
Legally not allowed to operate in the States.
Do they? Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, the FBI does enough that they don't need to operate in the States.
Apparently not. They could do better. Apparently.
Well, I mean, like the FBI, I mean, spying on political enemies and things of that nature. The FBI's been known to do that in the past.
Listen, they're
They will continue
investigating.
to do that in the future now.
They're investigating them. It's fun.
Yes.
They gotta know all their dirty secrets to protect them from their past.
Fucking
Yeah.
Alan yelling again.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's just normal.
Yeah.
So what's the time on there?
Way
We were at
longer.
almost 4 hours. We're at like 3:42.
When he came in at like 2 something.
He came
right?
in at like 3, so we got an extra like 45 minutes out of him.
Well, that's way
Milk
too long, and
much.
this is gonna. I say pop like 5 fucking times every time I move my legs. Anyway, I guess I'll go ahead and close up since it's already late.
I'm a bit sleepy.
Right?
It is 1:20. Jesus Christ.
You're welcome.
We got started late.
No, we didn't. We started like 8, 9. We went for 4 hours. You said.
We exist
mean,
for long
yeah, but-
content. Watchers, you're welcome.
So this is
I'm gonna have to split this up in 2. So I guess I'm gonna need to record an outro for the middle of it. 3.
All right,
Oh,
we'll just
well.
do 2 takes of an outro.
Lord have mercy.
Bah.
You just record the outro once, and then you copy and paste it.
I mean, I could, but you don't belong.
I mean, most people they'll just put like a disclaimer at the beginning of the video where like, "Oh man, this is supposed to be a this long video, but it ran so long, and so I had to split into 2 parts."
Yeah.
Right. 2 hour
I've seen
segments
that disclaimer a lot at the beginning of a video.
for sure. Anyway, that's going to be it for those of us here at Speakeasy Unfiltered. Today, again, I was joined by my co-host and friends, Zenny, Raining Death 909, myself, Harper_1, and I guess at the end, that High Keck 78 kid.
Eventually, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Right.
right. He hasn't been in front the whole time.
Process.
Nope. Except when he crossed
Rip.
the cameras.
All right.
Just had the high kick AI.
Yeah, so he just wasn't here. It doesn't matter. He's not relevant.
The ghost in the machine.
Yeah, every time you're not here, we just we boot up one of the AI machines.
We need an AI version of Talon now.
Oh, Lord have
That'd be
mercy.
so funny.
It'll just be random yelling in the background audio.
Just put a mic like up against the fucking wall.
Oh, no. I don't want to do that.
Just get the drone to do it.
Oh, no.
It just picks up every time like he yells and shit, so that the viewers can hear what we are hearing.
It's fun as I could put a DJI mic up there or something. I just tape it to his fucking door every time we
I say,
talk.
how do you pick that up while also like getting rid of all the other noise?
What other noise?
Everything like me picking up a can and setting it down and stuff. Like this will filter out, but if
Kind of. I think it
you have
just
something
came
that
through.
can pick up this like vague sense of someone screaming in another room.
No. I said I was going to attach a fucking microphone to his door.
Oh, are we done?
Yeah, we're definitely done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got everything.